Not to say don't forget to change it up.
No, I'm about to change the branding right now. That open gym shit is trash. That open gym banner is traga. There we
Look
go.
at
Now that shit
that,
looks
bro.
better.
Clean.
That shit looks way, way better. I know the Glazers. I know the Glazers right now in the chat. Like, how dare you disrespect open gym like that?
We disrespect them.
We disrespecting open gym. Any chance we get, we disrespecting them boys, man. L Mars and them boys. But all right, let's get it. Let me set the tone real quick. Shout out to y'all. Welcome to Open Field. I'm your host, Jay Reezy, on the scene. Let me make sure I throw that banner up. We got a shout out to the guys. Shout out to our gold members, Hermias MR, Terry, IDWC, Avion Plumber. Shout out to our Hall of Fame members, Jerry Childers, Loaded, Poppin' Eclipse, King J, our legend members as well. If you want to be a part of the Players Choice community, y'all already know what to do. The information is below to become a member. Join us, be a part of the best sports community, and watch us blow up and take over sports media internet. Let's keep making this shit great. So, Random, what's goody? We're gonna put the link in so more y'all can pull up. I definitely want to hear y'all takes. But I'm gonna start this thing with one thing. One thing we're gonna set the tone with, just because honestly, you can't make this shit up, Random. You can't make it up. You can't make this shit up, gang. They don't understand to stop playing with the Reverend. They don't understand. So I'm gonna just put this up so y'all can see.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You work at fucking Colorado State. So let's start there. You are the head coach at Colorado fucking State. Who do you think you are? That's one, two. That's one. He goes up there and says, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my daughter taught me. You know what, coach? Let me tell you how I feel about that shit. You could kick rocks, gang. Talking about I take my hat and my glasses off. Fuck out of here. What the fuck is he talking about? I put my hood on, cuz. Random, I put my hood on, cuz. Is he crazy? I will put my hood on, cuz. Sunglasses and hood on. What is he talking about? He can't be acting like that, chat. He's crazy. When I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. That is a level of disrespect that I would not be going for in no way, no how. That quote is crazy. That's what my mother taught me. Who are you? Cuz? And you know what's the worst part about it, chat? Is he's going to go out there and get blown out by 40 points. And then, when they say, sometimes, for real, they're going to go out there and say, when they losing 40-0, Travis Hunter got 3 touchdowns, Shador in their ass, you're not going to have this same energy. And please. So all these coaches out there, let me get the screen again. To all them coaches out there, all I ask, please, when y'all lose to Colorado, please don't go to the podium. Please don't go to the podium and start glazing and taking shit back. Stand on that shit. Please stand on it. Because to come out here and say, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. Not only are you disrespecting his moms that you don't know what his mom taught him. 2, you doing this for attention. You know this quote was going to get picked up. You knew ESPN was going to make it bigger. You did this for the clout. This was a complete clout move by this coach. And you're about to go out there and get absolutely embarrassed. And then this is my thing. All these coaches is out here saying, all these outlets is out here hating and saying like, they making shit up. They finding reasons to, it's personal every week. But then when they come out and say this, why wouldn't it be personal? It's clear that y'all are upset at the takeover. Y'all are upset at the new Hurricanes. Y'all are mad that this is America's team right now. And it's pissing y'all off.
I don't understand. He said it, J-Rob. He said it on his own little coaching show that he got on Zoom that he does after every game.
Who was even watching that?
Bro, I sat there. I think Maybe he's mad because this man in like 6 months did more for the state of Colorado than he did, however long he's been at Colorado State. I don't understand why you're adding this much heat to this game when you are already on the back foot. They're gonna come in there, and Shedeur and all them, they're not gonna mince words.
When Shedeur hit him with the, you feel me?
Come on, bro.
This ain't the bust down, but you feel me? The Casio.
Yeah, like what's the point of that for real? What was the point? What was the point of doing any of that?
Like we hitting y'all boys with the on your face. Stop playing, bro. The point is, bro, they want clout. Random. This is all about clout. This is all about clout, bro. Like at the end of the day, you could tell all these coaches are upset about two things. They're upset about the fact that he completely dominated the transfer portal, and then they upset about the fact that this is the most popular team in the nation. And they want him to lose. Like this is clout, bro. This is clout, bro.
It's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying?
You better hope your players are ready. That's all I'm gonna say.
You better hope you're ready. And this is an NFL day for us at Open Field. But I just had to pull this up because this was wicked.
You want to talk? I was chilling and I woke up.
Nah, the Casio Dev don't hit the same. Casio Dev don't hit the same. But when I had that bust down Tyson, that thing going, I'm hitting him with the Shedeur. What Paul say? I'm hitting him with the Shedeur. You feel me? Let me throw this link in here.
My goodness, man. You want to talk about starting the day off right. I was chilling. My boys was calling me. You got to see what this dude said.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I'm going to throw the link in here for y'all. Josh talks. What up, Josh? Welcome to the show, brother.
What's good?
Let me set the tone though. Let's get into it. So, Random, you hit me with the first thing. Obviously, the title of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The title of the show is Dub Nation, the Reverend just responded. If you have the link to what the Reverend's response is, send the link. You dig? Send the link.
Please.
Send a link to what the Reverend said in response. Which teams should consider tanking? That's where we're getting at right now. Let me throw up the guys. We got some guys in here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, Jalen.
Yeah, we got the guys in here.
Love to do
Hey, we talking to them boys.
LeBron Glaze. We talking about a real sport.
Chat. Hey, panel. You know what they say? We talking to these folks with our sunglasses on and our hats on. We talking to them whatever way we want to talk to them. Tyson, welcome to Open Field. I'm glad you finally making your debut.
Already. What's up, big bro?
It was about time you came up here, Tyson. I'm really glad you're up here. So
thanks, bro.
So the topic of the day, let's get into it. Actually, Tyson, one of your teams is involved. You a Cardinals fan, right?
No, Lions, baby. Lions.
Oh, Lions. Okay. Oh, so you in good spirits. You in good spirits right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'm happy for you. Know the Lions. I'm with y'all. I'm definitely with y'all.
That's what's up.
So let's get into the first title of the show. Let's just get this one out the way. So which NFL team should consider tanking? Obviously, I'm thinking of teams right now. The Cardinals is probably the first team that comes to mind. Some people may say the Buccaneers. Obviously, I want to hear what teams y'all got to say, but let me throw a team out there because I put Ryan Tannehill on the background for a reason. Should the Tennessee Titans consider being one of these teams that should tank? Obviously, you got some assets you can move off of. If you try to, there's a lot of teams out there that would love to take a Derrick Henry right now and take up the rest of that contract. Especially because he's on the back end of it. So the cap hit won't be insane for a team. I obviously look at Ryan Tannehill. I think he's a duck. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a guy like that. I personally feel like that 1 year he had when he came in for Marcus Mariota, he looked like the pretty girl at the bar who had a little bit of redemption, but went back to the same kind of fraud that he's always been. But with that being said, my question to y'all is, do y'all think the Titans should consider tanking, and what other teams do y'all consider taking? Just one at a time, bro. Don't
you took my team. I think the Titans should completely blow it up. There's nothing about what you're doing right now is how close are they to win the championship with the team they have constructed? They may have, according just going on week one performance, quarterback performance. They may have the worst quarterback in the league in Ryan Tannehill, and they drafted two quarterbacks as well. Don't forget that, guys. They drafted two quarterbacks.
The
worst quarterback might be Desmond Ridder.
Yeah. So look. So then obviously the Malik Willis thing, because if they felt confident about him, they would be playing him no matter how they felt. They would be playing him right now and just let him go through the bruise. They're not.
Right.
Blow the whole thing up. Send Derrick Henry someplace where he at least plays meaningful football as his career winds down, meaningful playoff football, and just start over. If anything, I'm looking at the Cardinals and say, y'all not about to out tank us. We fighting for Caleb. Especially looking,
So it's a fighting Caleb sweepstakes.
Oh, no. You ain't about to out tank us. We fighting for
I want
Caleb.
the Titans owner. I want the Cardinals owner squaring up somewhere. Equal opportunity if they both end up with the same record. But this is what I'm saying. Look at the Titans who they have to play quarterbacks. If AR 15 work out, that's a dog. You already got T-Law, the Prince, and then CJ Stroud. That's another dude who, in my opinion, played well for what he had for the circumstances he had on Sunday. You cannot walk in there next year with Malik Willis or some other quarterback or Ryan Tannehill again. You
Will Levis?
You mean the other duck? The other duck when you talking about?
If they saw something in him, J-Rob, he'd be playing. You got no reason at all. The fact that they trotted out Ryan Tannehill as their answer to start the season should tell you something about both quarterbacks that they had on there. I mean, Ryan Tannehill does nothing for you.
Mike Vrabel, he's more of, I feel like he's leans more to the veteran. Yeah, so he wants a veteran quarterback, someone who.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree to that.
Yeah,
nah, blow the whole thing up.
The Titans could still win that division, though. The Titans could still win that division.
They're not winning that division.
They're not winning that division.
They're not winning that division.
Hold on, one at a time.
That's a bad division.
No, the Jags are clearly the class of it. You're not beating the Jags. You're not beating the Jags twice.
But what
they're the best quarterback.
Hold on, y'all. Go ahead, Andrew, Nick, Jalen, then Grant. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jalen, but man, the best team at the division is Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, dog. Like I'm a firm believer in this as a team. What are you playing for? Are you going to try to be a contender? Or are you playing for a first round pick? If you're not playing for a championship, blow it up. There's no reason for you to play. What are you playing? To be competitive? Like, I'd rather you fight for picks than try to, just play for nothing. Like, at least try to get me something out of the deal. Like, for example, the Falcons. What are you playing for, Falcons? Are you trying to tank, or are you trying to win games? Like, which one is it? They should blow it up. They try to go for Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders, whatever, if he comes out. I think the Bucs should blow it up.
Yeah, blow it up? How though? What you mean blow it up when if you already blown it up?
Hold on, Tyson, because Adrian don't got a long time. He got to go, so I want him to let him get his take off real quick.
Shout out to J-Rob, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, let him get his take off.
I ain't in the U.S. right now, but there's an underrated team, right? I said this at the start of the season because I listened to their GM, and when they made this decision. Some people were like, all right, they trust their quarterback. But I was like, I don't know about that. Maybe they just don't like the quarterbacks in this draft class.
Right.
And that's the Chicago Bears. They did not address their defense at all. And I think the reason they did that was they weren't sure on their quarterback. And they were like, if we're bad this year, we want to put ourselves in a position where we can draft a quarterback high. But there's three things that have to happen if the Bears decide to tank, right? First of all, they got to fire that coaching staff, because if they're in that position and Fields doesn't develop, that's because of them. It's because of the coaching staff. I ain't gonna lie, the boy I saw in that game was not good at all, man. So they have to fire that coaching staff. There are so many good offensive coordinators in the league right now, and they're all going to be available for head coaching jobs this offseason. Like Ben Johnson from the Lions, he's going to be available. The Chiefs are going to have people available. There's going to be so many great offensive coordinators available, and they're going to have to sit that guy as well, because I don't know if you guys have seen the free agency list this year. There are so many veteran quarterbacks coming out in free agency this year as well. Like I think Kirk's contract is coming up. There's a lot of contracts ending this year. So I think the Bears might be an underrated tanking team for people like Caleb, for like Deion Sanders, like Drake May, because they have 2 first-round picks. Because I don't think Carolina's going to be good either.
They ruined Justin Fields.
I think they're an underrated spot, man. But yeah, I got to head out, man.
I appreciate it, Adrian. All right, Brody. Thank you for that. Yeah, I felt that. That was a good take.
Yeah, hey, J-Rob.
No.
The Vikings should blow it up, dog. The Vikings should blow it up. They really should just blow it up and tank.
Full defense.
Good look. They're not going to resign Justin Jefferson.
Look at him in the corner. Look at him all the way to the right. Look at him. Look at his face.
Blow it up, man. Blow it up.
Look at this guy right here. Andrew, hold on. Let me put y'all in the 2-man real quick, so you can talk to this boy real quick. I've been trying to preach to this boy for the longest time. He don't get it. Andrew, talk to him. Talk to him, Andrew.
Randall, man, bro, look, your team need to blow it up, man. You got primetime Kirk Cousins that can't win the big games. It's the last part of his deal. The trade talk, the extended talks for Justin Jefferson stalled. So I feel like I might trade him. And y'all running game is not that good. Your defense is still average as hell.
Right, though.
So
right,
your quarterback can't even go out my grandma. So I'm like,
hold on. I gotta bring us back. Hey, yo, Andrew. Who your drug dealer? Who sells you drugs? Who sells you drugs?
You said get off Justin Jeff.
Get off Justin Jefferson.
I know what I'm saying is I don't think they'll give him that contract. I don't think they'll give him the contract.
Hey, y'all.
Come on, man.
Oh my God!
Nah, man. He wants a new deal.
Bro.
Hey, look, he wants a new. Hey, J-Rod, he wants a new deal, but they ain't gave him the deal. I don't think they'll give him the deal.
They're going to give Justin Jefferson. I want to give him that bread.
Yeah, what's another decade of Justin Jefferson being a top five receiver?
Listen, there's certain receivers in the NFL as dependent as the position is. There's about 5 guys in the league that break the game at the position where you could put some regular guys around them to complement them, but they dominate the game at all times, no matter what the coverage is. Devontae Adams, unguardable. You could double him. You could triple him. There's no answer. Justin Jefferson, there's no answer. There's no answer. Tyreek Hill, there's no answer. Jamar Chase, there is no answer. And then my 5th guy, y'all may not agree with.
Cooper Kupp. I think
he doesn't. He's never healthy. He's never healthy.
Yeah,
he's never healthy. He's never healthy. He's never healthy.
Go ahead and mute yourself, Manny.
I'm not going to say. I'm not. I didn't say blow up the Vikings, Duke. I never said blow up the Vikings. I just thought that was crazy that he said that. Yeah, I didn't say it. I just thought it was crazy, so I just had to put it out there because I know Shonen would not be happy about that. And 5th, to me, can't guard him, unguardable receiver, AJ Brown.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Garrett. I don't know why. But
I got no problem. I think AJ Brown is not a. I think AJ Brown's a top 5 receiver and does not.
He's a lower tier than them other guys you named. He's a little lower tier than them other guys you named, Jay.
No, I don't think there's anything lower tier about AJ Brown.
You think AJ?
You think he's on with Tyreek and Justin Jeff and them guys?
I've got Tyreek over AJ.
What about
I said you think he's in the same tier as those guys. AJ Brown.
I think the 2 at the top tier to me right now is Tariq, Devontae, Jettas. That's
okay.
3. I think that's S plus. Then right under there, these guys they're S plus, and then these guys are just S because S plus is how crazy they are. S plus to me is AJ Diggs, Jamar Chase. Trying to think who else is up there in that category. Sometimes I want to give Jalen Waddle that grace because he puts up hella numbers. But not yet. Because Reek really puts him in a lot of.
I was about to say he's in an advantageous situation.
Reek takes so much. Reek takes so much pressure away from him, and then I don't know if y'all ever noticed, like they motion Reek all game long, bro. Right. They put him in motion to run, but they put him in like a wing to run a dig. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hard to game plan. But I think if you look at, I know everybody loves Diggs because I love Diggs too, but I think AJ Brown is the better receiver. Personally, it may not be as much. AJ Brown is bigger, stronger, faster. I think he's an underrated route runner. His hands are great. I think he's a better in traffic receiver, like making those type of level catches. I think Diggs does beat him in the route running, and I think Diggs is a little bit quicker. But I actually think AJ Brown's yak is better.
Yeah, but he's stronger.
Like a running back. Let's be real. Like AJ Brown, you don't really want to tackle him either. He's huge.
No, he's a beast.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think AJ Brown is just such a dominant receiver that like I don't think he gets enough level. So those 3 at the top, I think those 3 are solidified, and then that next level. So but all those guys in that S to S plus tier, pay them the bread, bro. Because they're not gonna have a hard time getting open. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You'll never lose a game because this guy was getting dominated by a corner. So I think those guys always need. I think you keep those guys happy. You know, pay them. Don't try to.
I'm not saying like J-Rob, I'm not saying don't trade them. No trade them. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did. The player that you named, Tyreek Hill,
traded. You know what I'm saying? Top receivers get traded all the time.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they did make a move like that. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they did. You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown traded. Like so I wouldn't be surprised if they did trade him, but
I would be surprised they traded Justin Jefferson. The Chiefs situation is way different considering that they had Mahomes, they had Kelsey, they already had they couldn't afford to trade them, and they're already Super Bowl contenders. Whereas like the Vikings right now, like they're just not there yet, and they don't really got to pay anybody else once Kirk's contract is up.
Also, and my other thing, Andrew, let me ask you this, or actually, let me ask you too, Sean. And this is really to both of y'all. Even if you were to trade Justin Jefferson, what would it take? Because that's the other thing. Like, bro, don't call me asking. If I'm the GM of the Vikings, don't call asking for Justin Jefferson thinking I'm giving up second and third.
Oh no, I'm not first. I'm asking for 2 firsts. I'm asking 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
I literally,
No, not 3 firsts. It's crazy.
Hear me out. I literally want the Tyreek Hill package.
I was about to say,
what is
of course.
What was the package? What was the package for Tyreek?
More than that.
I think he went for 1 or 2 first-round picks, second and third. But
somebody said 3. That's crazy. Nobody gave him 3.
He went for like 3 picks. Yeah, bro. He went for like 2 first-round picks in the second. I need all of that. I need all of that.
The Matthew Stafford package.
That's going to take a lot for the Vikings to sacrifice a player of that caliber.
You literally, if I put him on, if he wanted, even if he asked for a trade, Jettis could have asked for a request of the trade. I said, okay, bro, I'll trade you, but I want the moon and the stars.
Right.
I want the bag. I want the cheap.
Because at the end of the day, you don't have to play. We still gonna collect a bit of your check, you know, for every game you miss. Because at the end of the day, I'm not giving you up for a 3rd round pick and a bag of chips. Just no way.
All right, here's the package for Tyreek. Here's the package for Tyreek. It's for 5 draft picks, 1st round pick, a 2nd round pick, a 4th round pick, plus
a
4th pick, 6th for the next year.
They give
I think Jefferson's worth more than Tyreek.
That's why I start. That's why
I think Jefferson at this time, Jalen. Yeah, if I'm taking Jefferson at the peak of his career, especially the age too. What is he? 25?
He's much younger than
26.
Oh my God. Because remember, when Tyreek got traded, there was still that he's a little bit of a Patrick Mahomes mercy talk, right? But with Jefferson, we understand he's doing this with Kirk Cousins.
Right.
And the expectation, like he's going to go into the all-time category.
Bro, the first 3, bro, he's on a historic pace, bro. If Justin Jefferson, let's say, God forbid, let's say after this season, hurt his leg or something, never played football again. His first 3-4 years in the NFL would go down in history books. Yeah, like he wouldn't be forgotten as a top receiver. He'd be like a Sterling Sharp, like a dominant receiver that just didn't have enough time.
Bring up Sterling Sharp,
but that's really Sterling. Like Sterling really,
Sterling never got the dog, man. Sterling was the dog, man.
That's my dog.
Believe it or not, I know people don't want to hear the Sterling was better than Shannon, bro. More
time. He had the talent.
And that says a lot because Shannon's one of the 5 greatest tight ends to play.
Hey man, Shannon Sharp even said his brother was better than him. Like Shannon Sharp even said.
You got to think his brother.
His caliber of a player.
His brother got it though. He said I did it for my brother.
Yeah, bro. You got to remember he got a triple crown in an era where he was in high formation, bro.
Right,
he was like,
he was arguably the best receiver in the game. He was definitely top 3.
Top 3 at his peak.
At his peak. Yeah, he was top 3. What was it? It was Jerry Wright, him.
Only a handful of guys have triple crowns, bro. Only a handful.
Fellas. Okay,
one thing I want to address based off the earlier question regarding the Titans is one, I don't agree with the notion that if you're not competing, blow it up. Like I think. That gives you 2 options. Like every team would blow it up.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But when it comes to the Titans specifically, Yes, the first game.
We got the All-Stars up here today. We got the All-Star class on open field. Yeah, open field on top, man.
Avengers.
Shout out to, hold on real quick. And shout out to y'all, man. I see the numbers going crazy week by week on these open fields, man. We peaked out at 222 so far. So I see y'all tapping in with me, man.
That's what's up.
Open field. Let's get it.
Man,
Let's get it. Go ahead, Shoney.
Go ahead, Shoney. But the Titans have a lot of things that I do like, where the fact that they don't need to blow it up. They went through Tannehill for obvious reasons because he's old, reliable. But at the end of the day, Will Levis is still a project, but he can come in and produce. And you still got a lot of talent. The defense is good. You just got DeAndre Hopkins. Treylon Burks is gonna be, progress a little bit. And Derrick Henry is older. You're not going to get a McCaffrey package for Derrick Henry. Let's be completely honest. So it's better yet, just keep Derrick Henry, let him finish off the contract. The Titans right now, I think after this season, you can make the argument they should blow it up. But after one game when it was a close game and a great throw from Derek Carr and a terrible performance from Tannehill, they deserve to play a couple more games, see what they got, and eventually I'm sure they'll put in Levis because Malik Willis, I'm not sold. I saw him play against the Chiefs. It wasn't it.
My only reason I'm saying that the Titans should blow it up is just that we've seen this for years. We've seen what we're going. Right. Maybe they make their playoffs, they lose in the first round. There are a few times where a team can just stay there in the middle of. Obviously, we know to use basketball terms. If you're just in the middle, if you're always in the 10th to 7th seed, nothing's happening for you. There's no.
Thank you. So random. You know what I call that shit? Random. You know what I call that shit? No man's land.
Yeah.
Right. I don't understand.
Let me finish my point though. Go ahead. Finish. The only reason I'm saying that there's certain teams that can be that way is the teams with the young quarterbacks. Like for instance, I know y'all said the Falcons, but if they're giving Desmond Ridder they're giving him the opportunity to win the job. They're giving him the opportunity to be the franchise quarterback. That's why I'm not mad at them, because obviously if he shows them flashes, they're like, all right, then we're drafting 17 anyway, and we can get the best player available instead of doing this. Those are the only situations where you're like, I got a young quarterback, maybe his second, third year in the league, where there is clearly something there. We think that there is something there, and we want to see it. Obviously, you don't want to stay wrong.
Well, that's why they got Will Levis, though, to see if he can be.
But he clearly didn't show them.
But is still not bad enough quarterback for him to automatically lose his job.
I'm not saying that. But it says something for the Titans that they're just going to do the same song and dance that we've seen them do for the last 4 years. The highest place they'll get is maybe the divisional round where the Chiefs take them to the woodshed and take them out.
I agree with that. And the issue is too, you have to look at the talent on that roster. Like the past few years,
wait, hold on, y'all. There's something important. There's a message I need to. The Reverend spoke again. The Reverend spoke. The Reverend spoke.
Come
on now. Can y'all hear the Reverend?
I'm not wearing the hat though.
What did Brother Deion say?
3-0 Colorado on the way. 3-0 Colorado.
Can y'all hear the Reverend? Hold on, make sure. Hold on, am I sharing it? Is it up here? Can y'all see it?
Not up there.
Hold on, it's not up there. Hold on.
The Reverend is crazy.
Y'all better.
Now, hold on. I'm gonna put it.
Y'all better be state this weekend.
Hold on, wait. Random guy. This is the problem though that the Titans
are having,
and this is what you got to understand with football. Sometimes you look at how bad or how good your team is, because in football you go off your division at the end of the day. So the Titans looking at their division, they got one of the easiest divisions in football. So obviously we looking at their rosters like they done.
We got enough to win.
We got enough to win, because who really is like they still think they got
the division trash.
Yeah, the division is trash. So of course we look at the roster like it's time to blow it up. Let's start over. They looking at it as like we can still make the playoffs. We can still win this division.
Right.
And with football, people don't understand. People try to compare it.
Song and dance for the last few years.
No, but people try to compare
the division sweet.
They're not willing to make a significant choice either way.
The thing with football, I think people conflate. I mean, when trying to compare it to basketball, like a 7-8 seed, most likely not going to win. Football, you get into playoffs, it's a one game, you win or go home. We've seen a lot of times teams get hot at the right time. All it takes is even against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes having a bad game, 2-3 interceptions. That's all it takes for Titans to upset him. It's a lot more possible in football.
My issue is
blowing up a team after one game, blowing up a team after the first game of the season is just crazy.
No, this is based on
this the history.
The thing is, what I think he's trying to say is it's harder for the Titans because we have to look at the previous seasons where every year we see this team and we think they're going to be a very strong team that's going to contend for a playoff. And then they just either they collapse and fall apart in the season, or they get to the playoffs and they just play horrific. And so the problem is it gets to a point where it's like, do you trust Ryan Tannehill to get under center as your quarterback?
But you should have never. But here's the thing: they should have never trusted him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You never should have trusted him to put him in that.
What other quarterback can they go get right now?
I was about to say, wouldn't they be better are they in a situation where they would be better to go all in, like a Rams, and go get a quarterback and give up some draft picks? With their team currently constructed.
Look. This is the thing about the Titans.
AJ Brown and
this is the thing about the Titans. At the end of the
so
day,
you don't think the rest of the stars is good enough to win?
Tyson. I see. That's where I disagree with Randall. They have a good enough roster.
That's what I think too.
The problem is though. Let's be real. Come on, bro. Let's be honest about the new. Like, I could use my own team as another example.
Yes, sir.
The New York Jets, bro. How last season our roster was good enough to win. Our young players are really freaking good. We could have won games with 3 rookies.
Is elite.
Our defense is elite. Their defense is elite, and we have the best duo of running backs in all of football right now. Between Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, there's not a better duo in the NFL. So I feel you, Tyson. Like, you can have a roster ready-made to win. Like, I mean, come on, look at the Cowboys. That roster ready-made. What's the question? The question mark is one position. I look at it like this. If you're in the NFL, and the reason why I say I call that shit no man's land, because in the NFL, you can't compete without a quarterback. Period. So, period. Even if it's somebody who's a game manager who can make shit shake, like Jimmy G and company, but even Jimmy G, even against the Denver Broncos yesterday, made enough throws to help the Raiders win that football game. You need somebody who can make legitimate decisions. Ryan Tannehill has never been one of those guys. And let's be real. It's not like he had to come in and play superbly better than what was already under center at the time. It was Marcus Mariota. And I hate talking bad about Marcus Mariota because I remember who he was in college. He was my favorite quarterback going into the league. I thought he was going to be an absolute superstar in the NFL.
That Oregon one was crazy.
I really also think Marcus Mariota came into the NFL in the wrong era. He should have came into the NFL
this era.
This era.
You see him
he has one of the most improbable playoff wins, by the way.
He did have one of them.
We forget that he lit up a Florida State team that won the national championship the year before in the Rose Bowl, and he made Jameis Winston fall apart. And that's so impressive. They got the championship and win, but it's still amazing they were able to do that because a lot of people in that game counted Oregon out.
But so Tyson, we all agree Tannehill ain't it.
But Tyson, this is my thing though.
He's not.
As much as I
so are you a buyer or a seller at this point?
I'm a seller. I'm a seller. I'm gonna tell you why I'm a seller, Tyson. I'm a seller because I look at it like this, bro. We all up here agree. If you don't have a quarterback, you really don't have no team, no matter how good your roster is.
Right.
So if you don't have no roster, where are you? No man's land all over again. Because at the end of the day, bro, you can't go to ask the 49ers what it's like to not have a quarterback. Ask them. As talented as their roster is, how do you think they have felt all of this time? And then let's look at the Broncos. One of the best defenses in football. Didn't have a quarterback. Didn't have quarterback play. Have not had quarterback play for a while. Actually, they've had a great.
And got some decent receivers, man. Judy and Sutton ain't no punks. You know what I'm saying?
No bums, but you don't have the guy to get them the
best corner. They got the best corner in the league.
So not having a quarterback can easily put you in no man's land just because that position is so important. And this is why I always say, and all of y'all agree. This is why I stand on this quarterback winning stat shit because of the fact that we all agree that you can have an elite roster. But without one position, you are absolutely in exactly. You screwed.
And J-Rob, here's a perfect example, right? Because everybody like to talk about like the quarterback play or the winner should be on the quarterback. I literally seen, shout out to your quarterback, he got injured, recover soon, Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers played Tom Brady in the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. And the Buccaneers came back and won. Aaron Rodgers played terrible in that second half. Aaron Rodgers would at least play average or above average. They would have easily won that game.
And Tom Brady was still in that second half.
But Aaron Rodgers was the one baiting up, though. Aaron Rodgers was baiting up.
I'm hurt right now, bro. I'm hurt.
But my biggest thing for this conversation when it comes to the Titans, and if you were talking about last year, random, I probably would agree with you. But they drafted a young quarterback. They drafted two young quarterbacks. Two. It makes no sense when you have these pieces and you can bridge from Tannehill to one of those two young quarterbacks next year to then blow it up and then give them nothing next year. At that point, they're just gonna fail like Justin Fields is with the Bears. Like, my thing is,
give Justin Fields a chance. Don't do that.
The way I feel about the Titans is based off their years of what we've seen. The minute they traded AJ Brown, that was a diametric change of what they were going to be. That's when you're like, okay, we trade AJ Brown, one of the best young receivers in the league. But we need to understand where we are now. Okay, maybe it's still cool that they can still win their division, but at some point in the division round, you're going to be playing either Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, or I know how you feel about him, J-Rob, but even Allen. Is Tannehill beat any of those quarterbacks?
Bro, no, he's gonna be. The AFC is the best conference.
I don't think they gave away AJ Brown in the thoughts of selling though. They weren't selling when they were giving away AJ Brown.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Real quick. I gotta do something real quick. So obviously, my boy Mookie's in the chat. Mookie, I'm gonna put the link.
Bring him on.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Hold on, Grant. Hold on, Grant. Hold on, don't let Grant get his shit off. What do you have to say to Mookie, bro? Just real quick. Hold on.
All right, so first off, before I forget, hold up, just back screen me. Jalen, first off, I know you a LeBron guy. So am I, but I'm a Liverpool guy. So, you never walk alone, but that's neither here nor there. So, for those of you in the chat who were not watching Gridiron last night, I donated a super chat that said AR-15 was that guy, and I owed him an apology. And also, I haven't gotten on the Derek Carr hype train yet, so I'm not there just yet because I don't believe he's the quarterback that's the right fit for us. Mookie, Dookie, Mr. Rated R Sports Debate, wants to say that I'm a fake Saints fan, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. You.
Oh no!
Mookie, don't let this win.
Hold on. No. I got more to go. Just because I don't believe he's the best quarterback for this team does not mean I'm fake, man. I've been a fan of this team for 15 years. And the fact horse and call me a fake fan because I don't believe that he is the quarterback that we need. I don't say he's bad. I just look at a guy that I think we put into this situation, think he's going to get us to a playoff run with a team that has a bunch of holes. Is it going to work? So shut the fuck up and stop calling me. Because you want to sit there and call me fake, but you ain't gonna sit there because you're not only the only other person who said dumb shit on this channel and thought it was okay. But I'm just like, it is what it is. But
demon time. Grab a demon time today. Demon time.
Let him cook.
I mean,
put him in the air fryer.
Hold on, Bank Steelers. I'm gonna bring you back. Let me just see if I can get Mookie to respond to that. If he doesn't want to get put in a saucepan, let me see if he wants to get.
He said a lot of dumb shit.
Oh, he's here. Hold on, Josh. I'm gonna bring you out real quick.
He about to harden this shit back.
Hey, say, bro. I don't know why y'all hyping up this fake bandwagon fan, bro. First of all,
motherfucker, did you not listen to a word I just said?
You can sit there, and they can hype your ass up, and you don't know what the hell you got them talking about. But we talking about from a real fan perspective. You don't sit there and trash the quarterback that the team went and got and paid over $150 million for, man. That's being objective, and that's number two. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, right? Do you understand? You sit there and claim that you a Saints fan, ladies and gentlemen, bro. But you understand that the quarterbacks that we had Ian Book, Trevor Siemian, Crabblake, James Winston. We even had Taysom Hill at quarterback. So at the moment, you get a good quarterback that we had since Drew Brees left. You want to sit there, whine, and cry your ass all the time, talking about I'm not believing the Derek Carr hype train, motherfucker. You should be on the goddamn Derek Carr hype train, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you what. If there's any other quarterback that's available in the offseason, was goddamn Derek Carr, nigga. He was the best quarterback that was available in the goddamn offseason. This is the quarterback that's available. This is the quarterback that the Saints believe and paid $150 million for. So if you want to believe in the Derek Carr hype train, then get your ass out. Throw that Saints goddamn trash. Take that goddamn Saints trash, ball it up. Because you're not no real goddamn Saints fan, nigga. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what.
Let him get it off. Let him get it off.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what. The Saints have a top 10 defense. You bring in a great quarterback who at his best is a top 10 quarterback in Derek Carr. You surround him with weapons, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you this shit too. If you don't believe in the Saints, then get off the bandwagon. You a fake Saints fan, bro. You are. You talk about college football more than you do your own team and the New Orleans Saints. Get off the goddamn bandwagon.
Why can't you be a fan and be objective at the same time?
Be objective, Mookie.
Wow. It is being objective.
Wait. No, you're not.
It is being objective. It is being objective. It is being objective. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You calling Jalen Hurts the top 3 quarterback? That's not being objective. So shut up, bro. Put it on the mute button. Shut up.
Hey, Mookie, let me ask you a question though. Mookie, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. But like, what if he just skeptical? If it's either you all in or you all out, he can't like. You gotta be all in.
Nah, because at the end of the day, if you being realistic and being objective, you understand that the only reason why the Saints didn't make the playoffs and make deep postseasons run the playoffs when they had the defense to actually contend to go to a Super Bowl or to continue to make a deep postseason run in the playoffs is because we didn't have a good quarterback. We had Trevor Siemian, Ian Book. Y'all don't even know who these quarterbacks is, bro. That was under center for the New Orleans Saints. 50% of the snaps was with Taysom Hill. Now you got a guy, Derek Carr, who got great weapons with him. Rashid Shaheed, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave as well, Jawan Johnson as well. When you look at that running back and Alvin Kamara as well, and you sit there and look at the top 10 defense that they had when they forced 3 picks, the other time against the Tennessee goddamn offense, you can't sit there and tell me that the team don't have a roster.
Mookie in the pot a little bit. I'm gonna have to agree on Mookie on this one, bro. I do agree on Mookie.
I don't want to hear none of y'all niggas talk because I got some haters. Y'all some goddamn haters, man.
I'm not saying old boy is great. I'm not saying old boy is great, but he's far better than anything they had in the past. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be great to win.
Can I say this? Can I say this though? I will say this though. Grant, I feel you because he was cooking him a little bit. Because I shout out to the objectivity, but I gotta admit, I kind of feel Mookie. You either all in or you all out. This Jet shit didn't mean something to me, bro. I'm all in. I'm all in, bro. Like I'm all in. It's like Grant. I'm with Grant. I feel you. Like you can't. You gotta like all in. I'm all in. I'm all in.
No, wait, bro.
Yes, because one game. Yes.
No. Listen, bro. If you would have said that before the season started, that's understandable because you got to look at all aspects. I'm a Chargers fan. I know damn well Brandon Staley probably the worst coach in the league, but the season started, I'm rocking with him. I ain't seeing that because it's go time now.
It's go time.
It's go time.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't rocking with Matt Patricia in my line, bro. I'm not rocking with Matt Patricia. It ain't no go time. Niggas trash. And niggas trash. Niggas trash.
You're putting him on this level that I don't see.
Listen, Grant.
He is on that level.
Yeah, it's one game, so maybe yes, I agree. He can change my opinion in a few games or so if he plays very consistently. Then if he does that, I'll come back on here and say I was wrong. But I just don't understand why we have to elevate him to this level. I'm not saying.
So hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. And you done, nigga? Right? What was the narrative of Jameis Winston before he came to the New Orleans Saints? He was a turnover machine. He couldn't move the football effectively downfield where his pass would lead to turnovers, and he just didn't manage the offense, didn't manage the game well. The 5 games the next year when he went to New Orleans Saints, when nobody believed in Jameis Winston, and when people sat there and say he's a turnover machine or 35 touchdowns, 35 interceptions, he's going to do the same thing with the New Orleans Saints. That year, in the short extended time he was playing, the Saints was 5-2. Jameis Winston was on pace for throwing for 4,000 yards with less than double digits interceptions. So you about to change the narrative until you got hurt. You telling me Derek Carr, who's never, ever had a top 10 defense. He goes to the New Orleans Saints, he's already granted a top 10 defense, right? You telling me Derek Carr, who's never ever had the culture that he had with the New Orleans Saints. He goes to the New Orleans Saints Super Bowl culture as well. When we were the Las Vegas Raiders, he didn't have. You really can't put together a good take. You talking about a guy, Derek Carr, who played with one of the worst coaches in the NFL, and Josh McDaniels, bro. He go play with the New Orleans Saints with his original scheme with the West Coast offense as well. And he's surrounded with Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Jawan Johnson into the top 10 defense. So you telling me, ladies and gentlemen, that can't contend, that can't go to the playoffs, that can actually get to the NFC Championship? Man, get out of here, man. You don't believe that.
Hold on. Derek Carr 100% was not put in an optimal position. Hold on,
NFC
Derek Carr
Championship game,
was never put in an optimal position.
I like the Raiders, so I'm saying it as a fan perspective.
Derek Carr was never put in an optimal position to win by the Raiders. On the Saints team, with the defense, with the offensive weapons he had, he's the best quarterback in that division. We know that. In NFC South, he's the best quarterback in that division. So I think easy win that division. And again, once you're in the playoffs in that division, that defense, guess what? Derek Carr doesn't have to throw for 450 yards or 4 touchdowns for him to win. If he gets them 275, 2 touchdowns, lets their defense put in the work, running backs put in the work, and they play solid, they can do that. As long as Derek Carr doesn't make mistakes,
$150 million for a couple touchdowns.
That's the going rate, bro. That's just the going rate, bro.
Why do you think it's a completely different conversation? That's why people are upset right now. You guys think Derek Carr's overpaid. You can say that as a fair assessment. But yes, you can say he's overpaid. That's fine. But he's the best
Dak overpaid. There's a lot of motherfuckers overpaid.
Daniel Jones is overpaid.
It's just the going rate, bro, at that position.
One mic.
When you look at football. Hold on, wait, Mook. It's a positional payment. They never gonna look as a quarterback overpaid. And I hate this because I fell in love with the game of football watching running backs dominate. Marshall Faulk and LaDainian Thompson made me fall in love with the game of football. So I hate to see that running backs are not getting valued the way they is. Because you got a guy like Daniel Jones who getting paid more than Saquon Barkley, who's literally the workhorse, and why the team is good, that is a problem. So they are paying people off position. They're not
why the team is good.
They're still overpaid. You can
no. They're not overpaid.
They're not good.
Y'all not listening though.
You're getting no.
I feel you. I was just commenting on the good one.
They're not paying the player,
but your payment is still relative to your position.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question? Before Matthew,
at the end of the day, so
before Matthew Stafford went to the Rams, what was the narrative with Matthew Stafford? Like
baller.
Baller. He was a baller.
Yeah, Stafford was not whack.
Yeah,
Stafford was not whack.
But hold on. Was Stafford? Hold on. Was Stafford with the Lions? Was he ever surrounded with an elite level defense?
No.
Only 1 year. Only 1 year.
He went. Hold on.
It was Nick Fairley or Dominic Sue team.
Yeah. He went to the Rams with a great situation. An elite level transcendent defense, ladies and gentlemen, with the good weapons that he had.
But y'all team
and
not
he won a Super Bowl.
Your team is not the Rams, though.
So when we look at the Saints, the Saints defense, for all y'all not watching, because I think half y'all niggas on the panel don't even watch the Saints.
You're not about to say this.
The Saints defense, ladies and gentlemen, is a top 5 defense in the NFL. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you have an elite level secondary that great at recognizing plays, you got great slot quarterbacks. You got Alante Taylor on the outside. You got Marshawn Lattimore. Hold on, Marshawn Lattimore, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, he is a top 2 quarterback in the NFL. You surround that with Marcus May. Surround that with
the numbers don't bear that out, bro. Numbers don't bear that out.
No, he's not top 2. I would make an argument for top 10, but not top 2.
He's not better than Austin.
He is top 2.
He's top 2 in the NFL, bro.
Yes, he is.
He's not moving. He played for the Buccaneers. He's saying this.
Yes, he is.
I don't think Marshawn Lattimore is top 2 and isn't getting fights with Mike Evans.
Lattimore is not top 2 in the
NFL. And this is why Marshawn Lattimore is top 2. Because Marshawn Lattimore can travel. He can play in the slot. He can play
Bro,
outside.
you had a good thing going on.
He's an elite. Hold on. He's an elite. He's elite man-to-man coverage. He's a lockdown cornerback, bro. I can put Marshawn Lattimore. I can put. Hold on. I can put. Hold on. Watch the film. Watch all 22.
He's better than Jair Alexander. He's better than Jair Alexander.
Yes, nigga. Yes.
This is what I'm talking
about, nigga. Let's get back to the question. Let's get back to the topic.
He's better than
That's a crazy take.
Jair Alexander. Bro, what we talking about, bro?
Let's get back to the
Y'all niggas talking about, man. Yo, we can put him in a slot. You can put him outside. He's still locking niggas up. Nigga, no help. Nigga on top.
All right, Mookie, let's take us. We're not gonna go back and forth about that. You're gonna live with that.
Yeah, I know what it is, man.
No, we don't know what it is. Now let me ask you. How about this? Let's take us back into our topic. Mookie, what team in the NFL right now should consider tanking, or what team or what surprise team do you think should consider tanking this year? Because it's a heavy QB class. We had the reason why we're talking about this. We said the Titans so far. Titans have been brought up. Cardinals.
Go ahead. The Cardinals. Nah, the Cardinals.
Oh, you can say the Cardinals. Go ahead. Move.
Oh yeah, Cardinals should tank. Yeah, they should tank.
Is the only answer for them.
I don't think Kyler Murray is going to come back be his normal self. I think they should tank, and it's a reason. I mean, look who they got at starting quarterback. I mean, I think half of y'all don't even know who his name. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about most of the people don't know his name. And the other team that should be tanking is the Bears. Bro, I heard y'all talk about this, bro. Justin Fields is not a good. Justin Fields is not a good bro. Justin, let me tell y'all something about Justin Fields. Bro. And I'll be honest with y'all, bro. As much as y'all can sit there and talk about Justin Fields' horrible situation, talk about first couple years he didn't really have no weapons, the pass blocking was terrible and all that other shit, bro. When you look at him, when you watch film of Justin Fields, he's not a good quarterback, bro. His pocket awareness is trash. I agree. Defense when his first read not there, he was when his first read is not there. When his first read is not there, he reversed into running the football instead of going to the direction and find the other receivers that's open downfield as well. Right? He missed timely throws as well. He can't fit throws into tight windows. It just when you look at him,
no anticipation.
The only The only thing that makes Justin Fields serviceable is his running ability, bro. But other than that, bro, Justin Fields is not. He's just not good. He's just not a starting quarterback. And if you're looking at the Bears, as much as y'all gonna sit there and say, "Oh, offensive line approved," and then when he added him some goddamn weapons as well, y'all still thought that his passing numbers and his production will get better. I just don't see. I just don't see
I like how you didn't tell the whole story with the context.
Yeah, okay. I would say SB. Yeah, go ahead, SB. Go ahead.
I like how you.
Watch you gonna miss the situation.
No, it ain't. Everything's about situation because we just seen the Jets lose their quarterback because they tackles couldn't block for him and he got injured off that because the offensive line is one of the most key pieces of everything you can do. So
yeah, it was Aaron Rodgers' fault. That was Aaron Rodgers should have thrown the football.
It was a little bit of everybody's fault.
No. Now I can agree. One thing I can't agree about Justin Fields' problem as a quarterback, he do hold the ball a little too long. That's one thing you can't nobody deny the fact of. But this last game, did y'all
watch Chase Claypool run routes out there?
Terrible.
Lazy. What about Mookie? Hold on, Mookie. You know they literally might not. They're gonna put him on healthy IR because he won't want to route hard. So let's really tell the whole story.
Oh no. I understand.
Two offensive linemen was out, so it's hard to get protected. Now, look, you do build bad habits as a quarterback where you feel like you're not going to be protected. Yes, and I do agree. This is a make or break year for Justin Fields. But every time you see where his offensive coordinator actually ran a decent play or he got time in the pocket, he made production happen with his arm and with his legs. That you cannot deny, bro. That you cannot deny. So now look,
we can't deny it, bro. We can't deny it.
But you can't completely just shake them off when not putting no context into it. That's my only problem with what you're saying.
SB. I gotta say something. SB. What you said is, bro, when we seen Justin Fields drop back in the pocket and his first read not there, what do he revert doing?
He bailing every time.
He's not other quarterback who's going through that passing like that, bro. He missed open throws consistently, bro. Stop acting like this man is
SB, let Manny go. Mookie, let Manny go. Let Manny go. Let me Manny go. Then I gotta go after Manny.
You just said the same thing with Derek Carr. He's about his situation. Oh, he never played with a top 10 defense. He never had this. He never had that. So
yeah, but Derek Carr's a far better passer than Justin Fields.
Yeah. That's a different thing.
That's bad analogy.
But that don't matter though. But Justin Fields got to
Yes, it
develop.
does
Let him
matter,
develop.
bro. It does
Carr had
matter.
far better weapons than him his whole career. What are you talking about?
Career.
If I got, bro,
Like you can't develop forever at some point.
No,
Like,
but what I'm saying is
he's
this:
never
that
had
if you
time to develop though. They refuse to put the right weapons or take care of him.
But you can evaluate.
We don't
evaluate quarterbacks in shit situations. See, I've seen so many times where quarterbacks have one of the worst offensive lines, and they still able to make the right reads and throws, bro.
Can I interject? Okay, Mookie. I hear you because I hear you, bro. I'm not saying your opinion is wrong, bro, but I don't completely agree with you for there's a few reasons why. One, I've seen terrible. There's people are so quick to rush to Justin Fields inaccuracies and this, that, and the third. But that guy in New York just got paid $140 million to throw less touchdown passes than Justin Fields last year. That's one. Two, if you want to use Joe Burrow as an example of bad O lines, Joe Burrow also had T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd out there to throw him the football. Justin Fields, he definitely has some things that he's going to have to outgrow. But the thing is that I feel like everybody fails to realize or fails to acknowledge, because everybody, and this is why y'all lose me sometimes, because y'all pick and choose what context y'all want to use when it applies to certain things. If we look at Justin Fields' situation, let's really tell the full story. One, what is Justin Fields good at right now that you know in his career? He can run the hell out of football. Probably most times on the field, Justin Fields is probably the best athlete on the field. In most situations.
And he can throw far.
Two, one of the best things that Justin Fields does do so far in his career, he is great throwing the ball downfield. That is where he completes a high percentage of throws. Let's look at last week's game against the Packers. They did one RPO or one read option with him where he could actually utilize his legs. They threw two passes that went in the air over 20 yards, and he completed both of them. My question to you is, when has that offense ever shown you they are using Justin Fields to the best of his abilities of what he can do right now? If you watched the Indianapolis Colts game, what did the Indianapolis Colts do for Anthony Richardson? They put him in situations to allow him to utilize what he's good at right now. And all we saw was this kid be in all these situations that he was able to thrive in because he's going to make rookie mistakes, but it was things that he can take on his palate right now because he's only in his first year in the NFL. The first year of Justin Fields' career in the NFL should not even count. I equate it to the same as Trevor Lawrence's first year in the NFL. Those years should not count because if you want to look at Justin Fields' first year, look at Trevor Lawrence's first year. They both look hard.
Hey, J-Rob, can I ask you a question?
Josh Allen, Jared Goff. It's a plethora of quarterbacks like that.
And I'm not saying Fields is a good quarterback right now because he is not. But if your number two receiver can't block, can't run a route hard.
Did you see that corner run that man over? That's half his size.
It is literally not conducive for him to be successful. I don't think the coaching staff has put him in the best situations to be successful. He was missing two of his starting O-linemen. And I'm not overrating Justin Fields. I wasn't one of these bettors out here, Mookie. Let me just make sure I clear this up. I'm not one of these bettors out here that put $100, $1,000 on Justin Fields to win the MVP. I ain't see that. But he has a lot of ability, and I don't think the Bears has done not at all enough to at least see that there's a level of growth. Like, for every good throw that he makes or good read, you can say there's a bunch of bad ones. But let's also look at the time. Let's look at the weapons. Let's also look at the defense, which I thought would be better this year. These young players would be somewhat
Eddie Jackson
better.
was burnt toast out there.
They're clearly not ready yet.
Since we've all been watching football, had any kind of dynamic offense. When was the last time they had a dynamic offense?
I feel like you have to look at that Bears situation and you got to look and forward some of the blame in a lot of different.
Let me ask you.
Let me ask you a question.
With that said, with
Justin
Justin Fields, I agree with a lot of things you're saying, but at the end of the day, we know, especially in this next draft class, that there's going to be quarterbacks coming. So at what point do you, especially if you're losing with the Bears, at what point do you go, all right, it's time we get another quarterback?
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. Let me answer this question with a question, though. Let me answer a question with a question. I don't disagree that there was going to have to be a large amount of consideration for Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders. You know, I'm really high on Shedeur. I'm really high on Caleb. There's going to be Drake May, Michael Penix, and there's going to be somebody who's going to come out of the woodwork this year. Sam Hartman. There's going to be some guys that'll really be considered. Quinn Ewers as well. There's going to be some guys that are going to be available. I hear that, but so let me ask you this question: if you're a GM, are you going to draft one of these guys to just destroy another quarterback? Because for the quarterback graveyard that exists, for as many bums that are in that quarterback graveyard in the history of bust in the first round, there's also a lot of graveyards, a lot of bodies in that graveyard of guys who literally were killed by coaching. I'm telling you, that's
agreed.
A fact.
Agreed.
That's a fact. Bad situation, bad coaching staff. So there's those two things that go ahead.
Hey, J-Rock, can I ask you a question?
The Bears could curse another. They could destroy a Caleb Williams. They can destroy your Shedeur Sanders.
Hell no, I'm not going to
saying? Like, are you going to go back and repeat and do the same things? And that would be my question. That's what you got to really look at.
Them guys is better than Justin Fields.
And Caleb and Shedeur's upside is way higher than Justin.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, hold on. Hey, J-Rock, can I ask you a question? Who's the only quarterback in NFL history to be in pressure at a historical rate in a rookie year?
Wait, say it again.
Joe Burrow.
No, it was Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert.
Oh my God!
The question.
You can't even compare their situations, bro.
Justin Herbert was pressure. Justin Herbert was pressure at a historical rate in his rookie year. He stooped to over 4,500 yards.
No.
Hold on. Let me put my point. Let me put my point.
Let me get it off because I gotta ask him a question. I'm gonna ask.
Hold on.
I'm a Chargers fan. I know you.
Hold on. Yes, he was. Look it up. He was pressure at a historical weight, threw for over 4,600 yards that year, bro. Go look it up. And then if you look at Andrew Luck, do y'all understand why the hell Andrew Luck left the Colts? Because they never surrounded this man with an offensive line. And the fact that Andrew Luck if he continued his career throughout the totality of it, we'd be looking at another Hall of Fame quarterback because the numbers that he was putting up and the impact
his weapons.
Leading his weapons.
He was leading
those guys have way better weapons.
When you sit there, bro, when you sit there and tell me that this man doesn't have weapons, didn't they just go sign DJ Moore? Who DJ Moore was putting up a productive year with the goddamn.
Keenan Allen. Okay, no.
Hold on. Shut up.
Yeah, Fred just said this.
Shut up. Hold on. They win. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. They win. Hold on. They win. Hold on. Is y'all gonna let me talk, or y'all gonna be emotional, be fanboys? They went and go get pieces for Justin Fields. The fact that when you watch the all-22 film and you see that he has a pocket and you see that his pocket awareness is not really good, you see that he cannot read defense at a great way. You see that his accuracy is inadequate. You see that he can't. Bro, you just gotta understand and look at that this man is not a good quarterback, bro. He's fine.
Hey, hold on.
Better situation than what Fields is going.
Better situations than just.
Wait, real quick. We all agree that those are better situations. We all agree that those had better playmakers around them. But when you watch Justin Fields play the quarterback position, he leaves a lot to be desired, bro. He does not go through progression. He does not. Hold on, bro.
This is the problem. Two things could be true, right? What Mookie's saying is true. What we both can say is true. I feel like
that's what I feel about it.
We going off a sample size of one game with two of his offensive linemen are out. So he truly
and a number 2 receiver that you overpaying for.
And you overpaying for.
Now,
Hold on, wait.
Let him finish.
So now, if we see this whole size of Justin Fields doing what Mookie say he does, then Mookie is telling the truth. But we can't take off one game with 2 offensive linemen are out and say that's the truth for the situation. That's the only problem.
He's going off the 9 games straight that he lost. That's what we're going off of, man. And
this is the new team. This is a new team.
I understand. I just don't think he leverages his running to push the ball down the field to extend plays like other players with good legs do. I just don't see it, bro. To me, he doesn't go through his progressions good. He's not accurate. He doesn't have anticipation. He looks at that first read. If it's not there, he's bailing and he's trying to use his legs. I understand what you're saying, Randall. I understand what you're saying. I agree with y'all to a certain extent, but at the same time, when you compare them to these Justin Herberts and these other players, they're just better quarterbacks, bro.
No, but I ain't gonna lie, Tyson. But that's the thing, though. I don't really. That's where, like, with you and Mookie, like, that's why I don't really agree with y'all 100%. Okay. And I think one thing, like, y'all really gotta watch what they doing out there. Like, really watch that tape. Like, and what I'm saying too is watch the formations that they put in Justin Fields in. Watch the type of RPO actions that they're not doing. If you look at the things that Justin Fields has been most successful at so far in his career, his ability to throw down the field and his ability to run and put him in like the RPO game. And all I'm saying is I understand there's a lot to D desires and people don't like his pocket presence. But a young player who has spent the first 2 years of his career literally with pressure in his face all game with mediocre offensive scheming, it is hard for you to develop in that. And I can understand Mookie saying that Justin Herbert had the most pressures, whatever. Well, the most sacked guy was Joe Burrow, and he had 3 great weapons at the wide receiver position along with Joe Mixon, and he was sacked more than anybody in his first two seasons. If you look at Justin Herbert, his offensive weapons were way better than what anything Justin Fields has had.
They play half.
I am not about to sit here and say that there's things that I don't want Justin Fields to be better at. But I think when I look at him, for example, I've even said this in trans, as hard as I am on Daniel Jones, I've also admitted that his first 3-4 years in the NFL were really hard to evaluate because of the debacle of a situation, the lack of O-line. They had this panel, the wide receiver room was this panel. So that is
Slayton, bumps.
They didn't have it. So that's what, and you tipped your offense around Saquon Barkley. So it's like
Kenny Galladay,
he's a like, bro, he was black. So it's like I feel like you gotta give. I would give him a little bit more grace. But I also know in the NFL it's a win now league. Like, you have to produce. You don't have that many times to figure it out. But ultimately, I don't think Justin Fields was in a situation where this would be the best for him. Like, if he was drafted by the 49ers instead of Trey Lance, I don't know.
But what top 3 picks are going to great teams, Jay?
But I understand that. But that's how the draft transpire. I also think if he went to the New York Jets, he'd be further along than Zach Wilson was, because we could all admit Zach Wilson can't read nothing. I don't know what he is now.
But he's not a good quarterback.
Right now, I gotta put all my eggs into his basket. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I have to bank my life that
he's a Super Bowl quarterback to you.
No,
hell no. I don't think
hell no.
But Tyson
shouldn't even be in the same book. What are we talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like, where you saying Zach Wilson? Where do you grade him at? He's just a mid quarterback.
No, Tyson, I don't believe that. But like Mookie said about he is with the Saints, I'm all in. We have a talented roster. All he got to do is get these playmakers to rock, hand it off to Brees and Dalvin, let them work, throw it up to
that's gonna get you so far, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna hold teams under 21. So we're gonna have it tomorrow.
Yeah, your future is looking great, but this year is kind of, if you had Super Bowl aspirations, that's on the back burner now to me.
I feel you. It's on the back burner, but I'm not going to start. I'm not going to go into every team and every game now hoping to lose. Like I was on.
No. I'm not saying that, bro. Yeah, y'all got pieces.
I can say something real quick.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I got a team that I want to.
But we talking about moving on from Justin Fields, though. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is, if you move on from Justin Fields, to me, it ain't his fault.
It's not.
No, it's not necessarily. Right. But I don't. Okay, well, we'll move on.
Like Tyson, I think if you got rid of Justin Fields, I'm pretty sure. I'm telling you, Tyson, if somebody removed. If the Bears were to trade Justin Fields, I promise you, a team is picking him up.
No, but if the Bears traded Justin
I'm just saying, I've seen
the team is picking him up, but you know what I'm saying? A bad team without a quarterback, you know what I'm saying?
Let the Giants pick up Justin Fields.
Who?
Let the Giants pick up Justin Fields and see how much better of a team they are.
Lions?
The Giants. Yeah.
Oh, the Giants.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me finish my point. I'm saying that. I think a team would pick him up to make him a starter, bro. I do.
To make him a starter?
Yeah,
easily. I think somebody will look at him. I think they would look at him and be like, "Yo, there's a coordinator out there that's probably is watching Justin Fields play football right now, and I'm telling you, they're looking at him like I can fix it."
I disagree a little bit. I think he's a little bit of damaged goods at this point. He's still young. Don't get me wrong, but I think the book is out a little bit.
Did you not watch the development of Josh Allen?
The Falcons.
Oh, but it's a totally different tool set, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, Jay. Don't do that, bro. Totally different tool set.
Hey, J Rob. Hold on, J Rob.
This is the problem that we have in our generation when it comes to football. Hold on, wait, move. This is the problem that we have in our generation when it comes to football, bro. Y'all don't get nobody no time to develop. Everything is a microwave era. Because I swear, if Peyton Manning would have played in this era and had the head his rookie, y'all would have said, set him down. And
that was wrong. That's a rookie year. Stop it. Nobody even said that, bro.
Hey, J Rob, can I show y'all a clip or something, bro? Like where Justin Fields have like a clean pocket, bro, and like
no, I'm not saying he don't make those. I can show you one play of Tom Brady doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not denying that, bro. I'm not denying that at all, bro. But you got to be realistic about the situation as a whole. I'm not saying he's not making bad throws. I'm not saying he's making bad throws, and I'm not. Yeah, Peyton Manning, I wouldn't use that as an example. But
I think Justin.
Let me finish responding to Tyson. My thing, what I was saying to Tyson was when I brought up the reason why I brought up Josh Allen. Josh Allen, his first 3 years in the NFL. And this is Justin Fields is year 3. He was not great. Still
100%.
Showed he had inaccuracies as a quarterback. And he got Stephon Diggs. They had a cupcake schedule the year after. In a 13-second play in a playoff game, in a playoff run that he looked phenomenal, and it all flipped the script. But also about that flip of the script, there was new people that were brought in to help him be great.
100%.
And all I'm saying is, Tyson, if you look on the sideline for what they got over there in Chicago, does that give you any confidence that this kid could develop into?
No, I'm not saying, J Rob, that Chicago was maximizing Justin Fields. We all agree. I think we both are saying true things. They're not maximizing Justin Fields, but when we evaluate Josh Allen as a player and his tools and what he brings to the table, a coordinator can say, "Oh my, this dude got a rocket arm. He is accurate, but he's just making bad reads. He's not seeing the defense. We can work on that. We can do some things to make throws." Hold on.
Accurate though. Starting his career, but he wasn't accurate to start his career.
I know he wasn't completely accurate, but he got some things we can work on. When I see Justin Fields, I see a guy that's, inherently, this is the type of quarterback he is. He's not going through his progressions. His first mindset is it's hard to break a quarterback out of that when they're so talented as a runner. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen that throughout the years. These quarterbacks not be able to RG3s, these type of players not be able to make that leap. You know what I'm saying? So for us to think that Justin Fields is automatically going to make that leap just because he gets some better coaching around him, I don't know if that's going to be the case. So until he proves that,
but you've seen it happen though.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something real quick? Can I say something?
Hold on, Trey. Yeah. After this, Tyson, but you've seen it happen multiple times. Trevor Lawrence took a jump because of Doug Peterson. Better coaching.
I understand that. But we're talking about different tools in quarterbacks, bro.
But Justin Fields has every tool, though. That's the thing. I don't think you watched him play in college.
What tool?
No. Don't talk about college, bro, because that's a completely different game when we're talking about the NFL and how you gotta throw receivers open, how you gotta anticipate plays. It's completely different when you got one-on-ones and you just come on, bro.
That's not my point. if you are being disingenuous to sit here and tell me that you saw tools from Josh Allen his first 3 years and in college that told you he was going to take the leap and massive leaps that he's took. If you're saying that, you're
no. Okay, that's fair.
All I'm saying is you're looking at his tools and you're saying his height and his ability to run, and he had a strong arm. Justin Fields don't got no weak arm. Justin Fields can run. Justin Fields is strong. He's athletic. All those things that Josh Allen that made him great or had these tools in the toolbox, those same tools Justin Fields has. So all I'm saying to you is,
I disagree, but okay.
But J-Rob, you have a point if he could read defenses, bro.
Can't read Josh Allen in the first years did not show you he can read defenses. That's what I'm saying to y'all.
Josh Allen could read. He could read defenses. So you tell him, hold on. So you tell him,
I agree with J-Rob. He was bad.
You tell him, hold on. You tell him, hold on. Let me say this right quick. You telling me when Josh Allen dropped back, and he got a receiver who's running a curl route, and he got a wide open. Hold on. You telling me? Hold on, J-Rob. You telling me if Josh Allen dropped back, and he got a receiver running a flat route, and you got the corners. You got corners in the deep, and the corners in the deep hooks are wide open, and he's standing in the pocket, and the pocket is clean. And you tell me he could
find his first 3 years of his career. Did you watch him? See, this is what y'all.
Yes, and he was.
I don't think he was as bad as
you wouldn't say this.
Bro,
he was a better passer than Fields.
And I'll say this too. After all these years, he still got problems with that shit.
That's what I'm telling
you. You know what I'm saying? If we want to be completely honest, he still got issues.
Josh Allen, right?
Yeah.
Winning by a second year.
Hold on, Jerry. I'm about to join for my time. Hold on.
That's a different. No, a better analogy, a better example for this.
That's a great analogy, bro. That's
and I'm a Giants.
The analogy I used was perfect.
That was a good analogy. I agree with you. That's a perfect example.
Daniel Jones was
very raw. Josh Allen. Okay, but go ahead.
Throws and he had bad decision making. But Brian Daboll was able to create a system with Daniel Jones' abilities and win games.
I say they won games.
J-Rob, you can show this, J-Rob.
Are you saying that Daniel Jones turned into a good quarterback?
Is this on YouTube? Is this on YouTube?
No, this not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube.
Who does this belong to? Wait, who does this belong to?
Is this on R22, John?
Yeah, you can't stream that game.
I can't stream that, bro. Because if we don't belong, they could copyright us, bro. I can't.
You might have just already.
That's why. Yeah, because that's why I didn't.
Drop it in the chat, and I'll go and watch it.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't play that Deion. I didn't know it got bad. But hold on. But Mookie, this is the thing. You showing me clips of him being bad in the pocket. I'm not. That already. So that's the thing. You're showing me something that I wouldn't even debate with you. Yeah. I can understand he do rookie things he do remedial things in the pocket. I'm cool with that. I don't even disagree. So that point you're trying to prove, you're not proving that to me. But what I'm saying to Tyson was he talked about a toolbox. And he brought up Josh Allen, where you said you could see that he had these intangibles. I'm a New York Jets fan that lived in the Northeast my whole life. I watch Josh Allen all the time, 4 times a year, because he's Buffalo and he's New York. So I get all 3 of them New York teams. I see them play all year round. I've seen Josh Allen's jump from what he was as a rookie, year 2, year 3. And all I was saying is to sit here and look at Josh Allen's first 3 years and look at him and say he could dissect the defense.
Nobody said that, brother Jay. Nobody said that.
No. I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not saying Josh Allen. Hold on. I'm not saying.
I'm saying Mookie to you and Tyson is. I want y'all to. I'm really trying to ask y'all to give him a little bit more grace.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's what I'm asking y'all for. I'm saying to y'all. I'm asking y'all to give him.
What do you here, J-Rob? What do you think Phil's ceiling is as a quarterback in the NFL? Just based off what you've seen so far.
To me,
and if you don't know, that's fine too.
If you could put the thing is, I would say if somebody could put the passing part to his game together, put him in a legitimate, successful passing situation.
Top 10.
I could see him as a top 10 because of his feet. What? His feet.
Man.
Tyson, do
I mean,
Patrick Mahomes.
The feet. Oh, hold on. Let's be real. No, it's not easy. I'm saying upside, bro. If you look at just physical talent, because this is what I'm saying. Y'all saying easy, but y'all look at the physical talent of other quarterbacks and believe in their leaps. His physical ability alone could put him in the top 10 if he can put it all together with the
physical ability to me is not the measuring stick, bro. Physical ability in the NFL, physical ability is not the measuring stick, brother.
Tyson, does Patrick Mahomes come Patrick Mahomes? Wait, Tyson. Does Patrick Mahomes come Patrick Mahomes if he get drafted by the Bears?
A lot of guys got
hold on. SB, say what you gotta say. I want to hear this.
Hey,
SB, say what you gotta say.
Tyson, does Patrick Mahomes come Patrick Mahomes if he get drafted by the Bears?
What's that?
Does Patrick Mahomes come the best quarterback in the league if he gets drafted by the Bears?
No.
No.
Why not?
Because the situation, because he don't have.
Really what Jay
That's what I've been saying. That's not the point, though. That's not the point. That is not a cut, SB. That is not a cut.
Hold on, everybody. Let me say that situation.
Like we're sitting here and saying this.
Let me say something right quick. Hold on, Tyson. So you basically saying, hold on, everybody. Tyson, what you basically saying? Hold on. I'm gonna say something right quick. Tyson, what you basically sitting there and saying is that the only reason why Patrick Mahomes is considered the best quarterback in the NFL because of the situation, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
First of all, nobody said
but you did.
That's not what I'm saying at all. He asked me would he be considered the best quarterback, and when you're talking about that, hold on, Mookie. When you talking about that, you talking about accolades, you talking about deep playoff runs, you talking about all these things that make Patrick Mahomes great. If we just going off of Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball, his ability to throw with anticipation, when you talk about all those things, he still would have had those things, bro.
And he's been in the best situation of any quarterback in football. So if you tell me this,
100%, one of the best situations, sure. But you're not going to take away what Patrick Mahomes does as a quarterback.
The thing is with that,
I'm trying to tell you this, Tyson. You just sat there and said it. The reason why Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback because he's been in the best situation of anybody. So if I take him and put him on the Bears, he wouldn't be considered the best quarterback in the NFL.
He might not be the best. I'm still going to say he elevates the top 5.
He'd be in a worse situation.
No,
that's why I said situation matters.
Situation matters. Mahomes has to play right away. He would have to play right away.
He would have to play immediately and start.
No sitting behind Alex Smith. Okay, who would be his offensive coordinator? Who would be?
Well, y'all talking, y'all getting into some deep stuff. Y'all going into a lot of different variables. But at the same time, if you comparing Justin Fields to Patrick Mahomes talent wise, it's not even close, gang.
That is a lie, bro.
That's a lie.
Why?
J-Rock, somebody please tell me this dude. Y'all don't know quarterback, and if y'all think being fast and being able to throw the ball makes you a great quarterback, then y'all tripping, bro.
No, I don't agree.
I don't think that's what it takes to make a great.
Hold on, SB. Let me just get I'll go after this. Let me just say something to Tyson. I don't think anybody's saying that, but you also, as either you or Mookie, one of y'all definitely just said that physical talent is not the measuring stick in the NFL. And when you said that, you're lying out through your teeth.
No. What I'm saying is we saw a lot of talented quarterbacks coming to the NFL. All these guys are hold on, J-Rock. Hey, Ron, let me finish.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish though. I didn't even get to
I thought you was done. Okay.
No. The reason why I said it has always been the measuring stick because it's the reason why physical talent is the reason why Tom Brady went in the 7th round. Physical talent is why Jamarcus.
And look how he turned out. So it wasn't the measuring stick.
That was situational.
But Tyson, Tyson, no,
Tom Brady
Tyson,
would not be.
No,
Tom Brady would not be.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
If he wasn't drafted.
But that's not my point. That's not my
point.
No,
that's
part of it.
No, but hold on.
I'm glad y'all realize the situations matter.
That's not the point.
No, it does matter. 100%. We're not saying that.
That's not the point I was making. It is the measuring stick because that's how they rate you. They decide of how they look at you as a quarterback based off your physical talent.
No, that's not true. That's not true, Jay.
Yes, it is. Why do you think one of the greatest quarterbacks in this game are rated the way they are?
No.
Tyson, stop lying. Hold on, Tyson. Hold on.
So you think they looked at Drew Brees because of his physical talent?
No, I got it right here.
Hold on.
Y'all lying, bro.
Let's J-Rob talk.
Josh Allen had a 55% or 56% completion percentage in college. Anthony Richardson had a below 60 completion percentage in college. Why did both of them go in the first round?
Physical ability.
Right. But hold on. I understand.
What? No, Tyson. What has Anthony?
Y'all ain't letting me respond, bro.
Wait, Tyson. What did Anthony? Wait. Listen, let me finish, y'all. What did Anthony Richardson do in college to get drafted to him?
Nothing. He was bad.
Right. They drafted him. Wait. Hold on, bro. I understand what y'all are saying, but when they do that, I'm talking about being a great player in the NFL. Y'all talking about what gets y'all drafted. I'm talking about being a great player in the NFL. We're talking about two different things.
What you do?
Yes, because Jamarcus Russell was uber talented.
You just gassed him. Mahomes went 10th. He wasn't even the best toted quarterback.
Exactly. That's my point.
He was on a Texas Tech team. They went 5-7 the year before. He got drafted. He wasn't that.
I didn't say winning was the measuring stick. Hold on, bro.
No, I'm not saying that it's the measuring stick.
He led his.
Y'all not letting me answer, bro. Y'all not letting me answer. I'm telling you that when you're talking about getting drafted, yes, they look at your talent. I understand that. I'm talking about being a great player in the NFL. To be a great quarterback in the NFL, you have to have more than talent. You have to have it between the head. You have to be able to read defense. You have to be able to throw in anticipation. You got to be able to read defense. A lot of things that go beyond talent to be a great quarterback in the NFL. That's the only point I'm trying to make. So when you talk about somebody being talented, that's not the measuring stick for them being a great NFL quarterback. That was my point.
Justin Fields is a great quarterback.
It's not a measuring stick. It's not a measuring stick. But it's not a measuring stick. It's not a measuring stick for them being a great quarterback in the NFL. But it is the measuring stick to get them through the door. And
I agree with you. I agree with that wholeheartedly, J-Rob.
So that's why I'm saying to you. Do I think Justin Fields though? I agree with you, Tyson. To be a great NFL quarterback, it got to be behind the ears, bro.
Thank you. That's my point.
I will always say that. That's why you see Brock Purdy playing instead of Trey
right. He's a lot of guys more talented than Brock Purdy in the NFL.
There's a reason why some of these less athletic quarterbacks have been able to be successful.
Tom Brady, for example.
Tom Brady, Peyton
Mannings.
I get that. But if you look at the league now, Tyson, the league is going in a different direction where that physical talent matters more. Like let's look at the quarterbacks in the league now that are thriving. Mahomes legs. Herbert can move his legs. Josh Allen. Lamar, even Joe Burrow can too.
Burrow can too.
Sean Watson. It's every quarterback. Hold on. Most of the quarterbacks now, you have to have some level of athleticism to thrive, and that's what they look for. Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones. And when I look at Justin Fields in terms of
Daniel Jones is a horrible example.
I agree, but he's a horrible example, but that's why the Giants was.
I understand that, but I would much rather have Matthew Stafford than Daniel Jones.
Matthew Stafford.
Give me Brock Purdy over Daniel Jones, bro.
Matthew Stafford is unathletic. Matthew Stafford got drafted by an MLB team.
I'm talking about as far as speed and what I'm talking about, J-Rob.
I know that's what you're, but Tyson. But what I'm trying to say to you now is I think because I'm talking about Justin Fields' ability to be top 10. I think that's where we're getting lost in this whole thing.
Okay.
Saying that with his athletic ability and the way
that's what we started with right there.
Yeah, that's wanted to get to that point. I think we got lost trying to get there. In terms of his athletic ability, Tyson, I do feel like with the league, with the way the league is turning, if he was able to put it together and it was able to click, I could see him at his peak being one of these top level guys in the league. But if you don't get there, if somebody can't tap into it, then the athleticism is wasted because we've seen a lot of guys be freaks. Brock Osweiler was 6'8", could run, and he could have been the most dominant quarterback in the league for his size, and he just did not have it. So I get it. Physical talent only takes you so far.
Right.
Anthony Richardson could legitimately be a top 5 quarterback with his talent.
For sure.
But the rest have to come together.
He got to progress. He got to be able to read defense.
If it doesn't click, it's not going to be able to
agree with you in that regard. I just want you to know.
Yeah, that's all I was saying, brother. That's all I was saying.
No. Nobody say you're wrong, but we was on the happy. Like we was both telling two truths when it comes to the situation. But like you can have all the physical talents in the world, but if you don't have a coach that can proceed your strength and then take your weaknesses away, you're not going to be good.
That's
That's why Patrick Mahomes was as good as he was. He had the greatest coach, arguably of all time, the quarterback whisperer, a guy who took Michael Vick and put him back on an elite level after he went away for a while. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people cannot do that in this situation.
It's the same thing.
Trent, before you ask, I know you want to ask a question, but I do want to say something else to Tyson. Like Tyson, the reason why I defend my boy Jared Goff, more than anybody, a lot of these quarterbacks and the way people look at him, because to me, them years with the Rams with Jeff Fisher is notoriously known for ruining young quarterbacks.
Quarterback killer, for sure.
Yes, quarterback killer.
I'm like, yo, so I look at that, I'm like, yo, this man had a late start. And then you see him with the Rams. At one point, he out higher than people thought he could with the year they went to the Super Bowl. And then you could kind of see he's been helping turn around.
He's gotten better even since the Rams, and a lot of credit to the OC and the quarterback coach, obviously. Yeah. But and even in the Rams, that he was a girly play action type of first read type of guy. But I think he's even progressed since that. You know what I'm saying?
Surrounded him with weapons first.
And look how he plays
around him with weapons first. Then you try to see what you agree.
If you look at Jared Goff
and a good O-line.
But Tyson, let me ask you this question. You said he was one read guy, but now that you look at him in a better situation in Detroit, he looked like he'd get to progression 2 or 3 now.
Oh, for sure. He's going third level. Yeah.
He's been in the leagues. He got drafted in 2016. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, yo, some of these guys really, I don't always think be really just trash, bro. Sometimes it takes the right
person.
Yeah, right. But in that case, I agree with what you're saying. Coaching matters. Coaching in football coaching is most important. I agree with you 100%.
I think when it comes to football, I think coaching has its most value of any sport.
100%. Not even close.
Yeah, especially in this era.
Talent is king in basketball. Baseball. Yeah. I know y'all don't get into that, but yeah. But football for sure coaching has the most value.
And especially with the game.
My team is a pure example of that. We done had talent for years. We done had one of the most talented rosters for years. Our roster should be a top 5 team right now. What's our problem? Coaching.
I already told you it's not a seat hotter. I told you it's not a seat hotter in the NFL than Brandon Staley. Go ahead.
We should have gotten the dude who's coaching the Broncos right now.
Go ahead. First talk about
Sean Payton over it.
I mean, shut up, Mookie.
Just saying that because he left the squad.
Yeah, but hold on.
He's the greatest coach you've ever had, Mookie. Relax.
Still ballsy for throwing an outside kick.
But to talk about Justin Fields, though, I mean, everybody knows I'm the biggest critic of Justin Fields, but we doing all this shit off one game, bro.
Thank you.
It's week 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Like I've been saying this, it's week 1. Even though the niggas have shitty performances, bro, it's week 1. Because you ain't talking about, he just got Mookie was talking about, didn't they just get DJ Moore? The nigga played 1 game, my nigga. 1 game.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
And this is the thing I was trying to
I just don't see it. I don't see what y'all see as much. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and this is the thing I was trying to say earlier. Derek Carr. Like, I understand, yes, even though I'm not on the hype train yet, it's still 1 game. So if he can convince me in a few weeks, if he plays at a better level and the team is winning and the team is performing, then I can get on the hype train and say, yeah, I think he's a good player because I think of what he sees. But right now, after 1, I understand, yes, it's week 1. But I'm not sold after 1 performance. That was my point.
Yeah,
it's just need to see him perform.
And that goes for everybody. That literally goes for
that's true. That goes for everybody in the league.
Yes, sir, Trey. It goes for everybody.
Hold on, wait, no, don't let Trent count because Trent, aren't you the same guy just killing Joe Burrow off with 1 week performance?
I did that. No, I did that because of the double standard.
Very good question.
I did that because of the double standard. I did that. No, hold on, SB. I did that because of the double standard.
My niggas cannot be held to the same standard as Daniel Jones.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that because I'm not talking about Daniel Jones because niggas want to get the excuse for rain. I'm talking about Josh Allen's getting killed, which he should because he played like dog shit.
Nah, he played like doo-doo though.
And Joe Burrow dropped a Kobe Bryant plus a Kwame Brown. That shit was dog shit.
But bro, 4 turnovers is crazy.
No, I'm saying
that's against
throw a pig.
You're not getting the play though.
They both deserve to be criticized for having poor performances, but the way Joe Burrow had his poor performance, and you can definitely say that when he's in the rain, he's going to be ass, like guaranteed.
It was the Browns defense.
Well, why are we making that
it's not an excuse because I said he's brand new. If he's ass in the rain, he's ass in the rain.
Maybe this is brand new to me because I swear. Maybe this is brand new to me because I swear to God on Jesus Christ, I didn't know rain became an excuse for quarterbacks. I never heard that.
It isn't. Who
People
made
were
it?
saying- People were saying Tua, if he played in the rain, like
Yo,
a couple
Trent,
years ago, he was gonna be ass.
Who
Like, people
told you this
have like
rain shit?
things that you
Yeah,
know.
I want to know who
J-Rob,
told you
rain.
that too.
Hey,
Like,
I've
if
heard.
people play bad in
That's
certain
how.
environments, they
That's
play
how.
bad in
Bro,
certain environments.
Bro,
Like,
you
never heard
gotta
of
play in the
rain.
rain. You gotta play in the rain. Who told you this rain
I'm
shit,
from,
bro?
I'm from
Please.
Chicago. We play in the snow. Ain't no excuse to no weather excuse.
Exactly. My point. Exactly. SB.
that's fine.
I feel like what
but
Trent's
we know
saying,
there's
it's like-
different circumstances.
But no, Bradell. Here's the
I
point.
feel like what he's
Josh
saying is-
Allen,
Here's
the
the main
difference
point.
between Josh Allen and Joe Burrow is Josh Allen was just making terrible decisions.
So was
He
Joe
was
Burrow.
making-
That's the
Joe
point.
Burrow just couldn't throw the ball. They're
No.
different.
See, this is my problem. That's my main problem. When
He
you watch
couldn't
the
throw the
game
ball.
back,
Different
no. When you
guys
watch,
know that.
no. Hold on. Let me finish.
You comparing an 81-yard game to a 4-turnover game. I'm sorry. It's not the same
Hold on,
game.
J-Rob. You missed.
I think what he's saying is don't give Joe Burrow a pass because he played in a storm. I think that's what he's trying to say. I'm not saying that's
Josh
right.
Allen did not get the reason why people been on Josh Allen and Trent, and this is why I say sometimes Trent act like he don't even notice because
But
he
you're
been,
not even letting me finish.
But Trent, you've been on the same wave as me when it came to Josh Allen.
No, I'm just keeping because you know why, J-Rob? You know why I've been really on the heavy Joe Burrow K right now? Because niggas just give him passes regardless if he plays dirt. Nobody says nothing.
He played whack. He was whack.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
People
I'm
are saying
talking
he was
about other games when he's played whack and he's gotten the excuse.
No, because
so now I'm
I've
just
heard-
combining all
But
these
Trent, the
Allen,
last time we
turnover problem is
Yo,
a
Trent, the
problem
last
for
time we
years.
seen Josh Allen, though, Trent, the last time we seen Josh Allen in 2 playoff games, he was an absolute disaster
Turning
in
the ball
both
over.
games.
After the last game,
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He was not. Hold on, you chatted a little bit.
He was
not.
the whole
he wasn't
reason
good.
why he lost to the
Hold on,
Chiefs.
Stop it.
was
He
the
wasn't
sole
good.
reason why I
Hold
lost
on.
to the
Hold on.
Chiefs.
Whole
Push
reason.
Patrick out of bounds.
You're the same. Don't even make
Mahomes
sense.
didn't play great
I
after
personally
that, bro.
think you're more so trying to push this agenda that Joe Burrow is overrated, which I understand. But at the end of the day, to look at them 2 playoff performances and say that Josh Allen in the last 2 playoff games versus Joe Burrow is comparable, you're being disingenuous. You're being disingenuous. And the other part of it is the last time we saw Josh Allen, bro was a turnover machine, and then in his first game back, he throwing 4 more turnovers. After we said that, bro, that's why people was on his case. Trent, you gotta really understand. You know what the other reason why people was on his head? I'm gonna just be honest with you. They was on his head week 1, and I understand it's one game, you shouldn't overreact. But he lost to a team.
Yeah,
they lost to a team.
Got hurt.
No, but not even that. The team was deflated. The heartbeat of the crowd was gone. They had to rally themselves and wake back up for this game. That team was deflated. Their hopes and dreams. Their hopes and dreams were carted off the field, bro.
If you watched that game, when you saw Aaron Rodgers go down, that whole crowd went dead. They went dead.
Didn't throw 4 turnovers, 3 to 1 player.
Yeah, and then they still play bad.
But this is what I'm saying. We all know. Everybody knows. The nigga Josh Allen had the worst performance. Because like how you said, the last time we see Josh Allen, he played ass. The last time we seen Joe Burrow in that championship game, he ain't played good at all. He ain't played good. And just like how we say Josh Allen was the main reason why they lost to the Bengals, Joe Burrow was the main reason why they lost to the Chiefs. He threw a dumbass Stevie right there, and that's how they got the drive.
But they only scored like 20 points, bro.
No, here's the thing. He was playing bad the whole. He was
dragging it a little bit.
Hold on, Trent. You can't say.
Hold on. Y'all niggas been talking for 4. Hold on, y'all niggas been talking like an hour straight. No, let's not act like that Chiefs game. He didn't play good at all. So just like you said, last time we seen Josh Allen, he wasn't good. Last time we didn't see Joe Burrow, he wasn't good either.
Joe Burrow did not look like Josh Allen though. Josh Allen
still looked bad.
The ball belongs to on his
foot. But here's the thing, though.
bro.
You're putting bad performances. This shit's in the same tier. This shit is ass.
It's not the same tier.
And here's the thing, like it or not, like I said to you on Press Box, there as a quarterback, unless Josh Allen regresses or Joe Burrow does some game-changing shit, they're always going to be in the same tier. So I feel like they should get criticized the same exact way when they play bad. So that's why I'm saying.
Hold on. But this is why I gotta say. This is why I gotta say too. Why people criticize another quarterback when he plays good and don't turn over the football and shit like that. But when it's Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, they get passes though. That's what I just want.
Josh Allen definitely gets a pass. Let Dak would have did that shit on Monday.
Don't make it a Hurts thing.
And I'm talking about Justin Herbert. When Justin Herbert, hold on. When Justin Herbert take care of the football, hold on. Let me say this. When Justin Herbert take care of the football, bro, and he has an efficient game, and somehow his defense choked, and somehow he didn't turn over the football, have some touchdowns.
He choked at the end, no movie.
Hold on. Justin Herbert is the only quarterback that I know that gets crucified off of playing good, and his team end up losing.
Thank you. I'm not about the Blazer guy. I'm not about the Blazer guy.
Here's the thing with that.
They get a coloring book and a lollipop, bro.
Just say Lamar Jackson.
It sounds like Lamar Jackson, right? It sounds like Lamar Jackson.
No, it does not.
I don't see it. One at a time. Yo, one at a time.
Somebody said this sounds like Lamar Jackson. No, it does not.
Yo, this is my last thing about the Joe Burrow thing, because I said it on the press box again. Imagine a nigga like Justin Herbert get 82 yards. Imagine a nigga like Josh Allen get 82 yards. I mean, in that same conditions, the same exact game that Joe Burrow played, imagine you replace that with a Lamar Jackson. You replace that with a Dak Prescott. You replace that with a Kirk Cousins. You replace that with a Jared Goff. All these other quarterbacks, they're going to get murdered. But I'm saying, Joe Burrow.
Okay, but you know who else could throw for 81 yards and it would give him grace in their first game? Patrick Mahomes can have an 81-yard game.
And if he plays,
Aaron Rodgers could throw. Rodgers could throw for 81 yards in his first game. Nobody would have crucified you.
I think that's
some players based off what you do. Some players based off what you do, have a bad game. Nobody's gonna be riding you about it. But in the last time somebody's seen you,
because they've done it on the big stages, bro. They already proven.
That shouldn't be an excuse, though.
They proven though, bro. They give them bill.
That shouldn't be an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact.
Proven what? Proven what, Tyson?
Wait, Mookie, hold on. This is the reason why I'm saying that. It does not. If you're playing bad, I don't give a flying fuck if you made it to a Super Bowl or conference championship the year before. My nigga, you played bad.
Yeah, facts, he played bad. We gonna say he played bad. It was a bad game.
Hold on.
But that's not indicative of his career, though. That's what we saying.
But this is where I know he'd be so disingenuous, because before Daniel Jones,
he was bad.
That's not the first thing you said, though. The first thing you make sure you alluded to when Daniel Jones put up that stinker against the Cowboys.
Yeah, the 30 pressures.
Evan Neal gave up 11 pressures. Evan Neal gave up 11 pressures.
Trent, real quick.
The reason why I said that, hold on. The reason why I say shit like that, But this is why that shit don't work, though. You know why this shit don't work, though? You know what But J-Rob, but you're the same nigga that was just J-Rob. You was just the same nigga that was just arguing about Justin Fields when he stinks shit up all the fucking time. You bring up the O-line. Daniel Jones gets pressured. No. Hold on. When Daniel Jones gets pressured 30 times. No, this is why this shit don't make sense. This is why it don't make sense. No. This is why it doesn't make sense. This is why it don't make sense.
He's not been good, bro.
With J-Rob, y'all niggas killed Daniel Jones, right? Hold on, let me.
You doing your greatest G baby. You're doing your greatest G baby impression right now.
How am I doing a G baby impression?
You know damn well. I went up here and said Justin Fields do not make good decisions. I literally said
when I said this last year, I was called a hater.
Hold on, my nigga. Hold on. I'm going now.
I agree with you.
I literally said to him, I literally said he make remedial decisions, but I also will recognize how bad his coaching staff is and how bad his situation is. Daniel Jones had Brian Dable. He improved last year, and y'all put expectations for him to be better. You're trying to compare fucking Joe Burrow having an 81-yard game to the standards of Justin Fields and Daniel Jones.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
You brought up Justin Fields, despite what I'm saying.
Nigga, you just brought up Daniel Jones. That's the reason why I brought up Justin Fields.
Because what I'm saying, I brought up. This is the thing. You just heard me bring up. You heard me bring up Daniel Jones, and you didn't hear my fucking point. You just heard his fucking name. I said the reason why Daniel Jones has been stinky and people give him less grace is because he been trash. You not Mookie and Tyson not giving Justin Fields no fucking grace. You ain't been coming up here giving Justin Fields no grace.
I gave him grace. That's because it's one game. Wait, no. Because the reason why No, you're missing the point. No, now I'm about to go. You're missing because the reason why you brought up because you now
Daniel Jones been doing dumbass shit since he got into the league.
You can say the same shit about Justin Fields and you came for him.
They do saying shit, nigga. They do.
What the fuck are you talking about then?
Either you compare
why the fuck did you bring up Daniel Jones and you came for Justin Fields? Why would you bring up Daniel Jones and you came for Justin Fields?
That shit loses me, bro.
No, but why would you bring up Daniel Jones and you came for Justin Fields?
Are the same round. You can compare them two niggas.
No, I didn't compare them. I didn't compare them to Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. I was
here. You came up here to say about Daniel Jones. You came up here about say Daniel Jones. The first thing you said was that Evan Neal gave up 11 pressures to try to give him some grace. And I said to him, that nigga been whack since his rookie year. You can say the same thing about Justin Fields too.
This is why I get mad as fuck because when did we start picking and choosing? No, because here's the thing. No, you're missing. Hey, J-Rock, let me land. No, J-Rock, let me land because you're saying some shit right now. Let me land because here's the thing. No, let me land. J-Rock, let me land. J-Rock, let me land. J-Rock, let me land. No, because this is my issue though. This is my main issue. This is my main issue. If this was any fucking quarterback that got pressured 30 times and 7 sacks in one game,
How much is he being?
What are you saying? J-Rock, when was the last time a quarterback got pressured 30 times? When?
Joe Burrow, he won.
That's 7 times.
So now I'm about to use a Mookie take. Mookie quarterback been pressured more than anybody. What does that mean?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm talking about a specific game because you was talking mad shit saying
you were
playing bad.
Use that as a cop out, my nigga. You're not.
It's not a cop out, nigga. It's just facts. When you get pressured, 30 times, that's an issue, J-Rock.
When we use the same facts,
when you get pressured 30 times, that's an issue.
Don't tell me picking and choose because when we use facts for other quarterbacks, you pick and choose.
What facts? Tell me what facts.
You've never pick and choose. You don't pick and choose.
What facts?
Tell me you don't pick and choose.
I'm asking you what did I pick and choose on something? I keep it consistent with the play.
Right now, nigga.
How? With what?
With what? Pressure to protect Daniel Jones.
How? What just did it for Justin Fields? Y'all just brought up situations for Justin Fields. How does that mean? How does that mean picking and choosing? And y'all just brought up situations.
You've been picking and choosing too.
How?
You picking and choose about all types of shit.
How?
What do you mean?
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
Oh, no.
This ain't going nowhere, fam. This ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we don't gotta want to.
I don't understand how am I picking and choosing. That's
no. Stop acting anymore. When you play dumb, that's when that goes.
I'm picking and choosing. You pick and choose more than me. Then
I never pick and choose more than you.
You don't pick and choose.
My takes been staying the same forever, bro. My takes have never switched up, bro.
And I don't switch up either. What are you talking about?
I'm
I switch up.
Apologize, nigga.
I don't switch up on shit.
All right.
You know that.
All right, man.
Let's breathe a little bit. Let's move on.
Let's move on. This shit not going nowhere. Let's move on. We just going. We battling semantics. Let me get to these super chats. JR, SI reporting whispers of a Jets Brady reunion in my dreams.
Why would Brady go there? Why would
if Brady does that? He's just setting himself up for failure. Because I feel
he's the best quarterback you could get right now.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Manny. He's the best.
But I don't understand.
He's better than Zach Wilson right now. He's better than Zach Wilson right now, man.
He's not coming back.
It's better than Zach Wilson right now.
It's not. It's
not. The Rams not letting him go.
I think it's clearly time for the Steelers to. I'm assuming that's tank. They may have by far the worst quarterback in the division and are stuck in mediocrity.
That's the team I was gonna say.
Outside of Watts, Pickens, and Fitzpatrick, they don't have much talent.
I think it's too early for that because, again, this is still week 1, and we have to take time to understand that this is just one game, and they can bounce back next week and do something amazing.
They played the 49ers.
They played the 49ers. So, and I didn't really think.
Yeah, they played a highly superior team.
I got to give them time before I can say
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I gotta see Pickett. If Devontae gets no catches for the whole team or for the whole season, is he a worse player? The reason why I don't think wide receivers is a dependent position is because they can still do their job with help from others for stats.
You literally need the quarterback to give them.
You need the quarterback to throw you the ball to catch it so you can get yards. Your position is dependent on the quarterback. You can't. The only outside thing that you can do without help from others, the only outside thing is probably, I don't know, blocking.
I think he's also taken dependent for having to do with how good of a player.
Open.
I think damn near every position in football is dependent, bro.
Yeah, but you can definitely outperform.
Not really.
We watched DeAndre do that.
Well, in football, it's like
every position is dependent, but the reason why the receiver position is the most dependent is because they're the farthest from the ball. The most dependent, they're the most dependent because they can't be effective without somebody else giving the ball. Like
it's like an engine in
a quarterback.
We just talked about how quarterbacks can be effective with a bad line, with this and that.
I mean, they can't do Burrow
without good receivers.
But we've seen quarterbacks with bad lines still thrive. I.e.,
wait, drink more water. You can't.
With great receivers.
Y'all see that comment by drink more water?
Let me finish.
Did he say a wide receiver's job is to run the route? He has to catch the ball and run the route to get to a point where he can catch the ball.
Nobody playing with you.
O-line, like at the end of the day, like they're dependent on the O-line giving the quarterback enough time. They're dependent on the quarterback getting them the football. They're dependent on the offensive play calling. Like at the end of the day, they're just dependent because if they can't get the ball, they can't be successful. Drake London is not going to have the season. I don't think he's going to have because I don't think the offense will be able to.
Man, I drafted that cat in my draft too, bro.
And offense.
It's only one game though. We got a little time. They might get it right.
That's what I mean by dependent. I think he's going to be very up and down because I don't think they're going to give him the ball.
That's not what we meant at all, bro. You're out here saying
your talent has nothing to do with your dependence on the quarterback.
Offense is like an engine. Everything has to sync in order for it to succeed.
We're not calling them trash for that.
We're not going to call JJ.
I'm just not even. He can't catch the ball whatsoever. Then we calling them trash.
To hand the ball off. You know what I'm saying? The operation of time it takes to hand the ball off and shit doesn't take as long as it does for a quarterback to get the ball to a receiver unless it's like a bubble or a screen.
Yeah, it's easier.
Lamar or Carr with the Raiders roster, who you taking?
Lamar.
Derek Carr.
No, you can say
that's I don't even know what question is that because like first of all, last year, no other quarterback will win in that situation. That Raiders situation.
Tom Brady would. Mahomes
no,
would.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Random. You said there. Hold on, random. You said there and said Tom Brady would. Name me a time where Tom Brady ever won a Super Bowl without a top 10 defense. You're cooked. The Raiders had the Raiders. Now he's qualifying it by saying win the Raiders last year had I'm gonna tell you what the Raiders last year. The Raiders last year had one of the worst defense ever. Y'all not equate to the fact that Josh McDaniels is incompetent. Hold on. Y'all not equate to the fact that Josh McDaniels is literally one of the worst head coach ever, and his schemes offensively is very, very hard for any other quarterback that's not familiar to engage and be comfortable around that offensive system and that scheme. And also that offensive line was terrible as well. No other quarterback will win. But if you ask me what quarterback I would rather have to get the best out of it and get the most pass yards, the best production, it's easily Derek Carr. It's easily Derek Carr. Every time I say Derek Carr,
hold up, Mookie. I want to ask you like a genuine question. This is being completely genuine. If Derek Carr was not on the Saints, so say the Saints thing never happens and he's on a completely different team, would you still pick him in that situation?
No, he wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you would not.
No, you would not. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Hey, hold on. I've been. Hold on. I think y'all knew. I think y'all knew to this shit. Hold on. Y'all some newbies. Hold on. Random. Stop. Random. Stop it, bro. Y'all some newbies, bro. I've been told y'all last year. I had Derek Carr with Lamar Jackson, bro.
No, he did.
Y'all just now getting on to
No, I know.
Nah, but he's not over him though. He's not over him. Hold on, let me get these last super chats out of the way because we only got 7 minutes. Justin Fields TD to Mooney. He audible out of it and slid the protection. Y'all gotta watch the tape. That's that mental shit. That's that mental shit you like, Tyson. You feel me? That's that
Stop
IQ
it.
shit.
I gotta go back and watch that. I need to go.
I also seen Justin Fields drop back and had like 4 different receivers open.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie though. Hold on, but Mookie, I'm not gonna lie though. But Mookie, I'm looking at this picture that you showed me, right? Yes. I'm going to say, based on the coverage, it looked like a zone. They playing about cover 2. Mm-hmm. No. They playing cover 3 because they only got one safety in the middle of the field, and this corner on the backside is looking for work.
Boy, wonder now, or not.
I'm looking at the picture.
Are the corners and deep hooks open, J-Rob? Yes or no?
Well, technically, no, because the corner is playing safety. They're playing cover 3.
J-Rob, so who is open?
Why is look, hold on, I'm gonna tell you how I know they're playing cover 3 because Jair Alexander is finding work. He's at the 40-yard line. He's out at the 40-yard line. So if he's not playing cover 3, there's no way he would be this deep. I mean, the other corner is playing cover 3. You're telling me that this corner, I'm assuming you're telling me this corner route is open because this low linebacker is taking 24, but he's not open because this is a long throw. The corner will.
Justin Fields can't make that throw. That's why it ain't open.
No, it's not open. It's not.
That's why he can't throw it over the first level and then drop it in the bucket right there before the safety. He can't do that, bro.
But you gotta But it's the thing, J-Rob. He has to throw it before Mooney makes the break to the middle.
Let me finish.
Hold up, let him finish, and let's try to hurry this because we got 5 minutes, and I want to try to talk a little bit about tonight's game.
Hold on, hold on. Let me just.
Hey, I'm going anyway. Hey, thanks for letting me come up, Jay.
Yeah, of course, Tyson. Appreciate
it. Yep. Y'all take it easy.
Mookie, he have to throw a perfect throw here for sure. But at the end of the day, you think he trusts Chase Claypool to make that catch? Probably not. That's one.
But that's the thing.
Chase Claypool to make that catch. What are we talking about?
J-Rob. This receiver right here, who's in the middle on the 40-yard line. That's going to get picked off by Jair Alexander because he's just going to find work because he's the free zone guy. In football, we call it find work. I could see he probably should have checked it down to 2 to DJ Moore. But I'm just saying, bro, you're not wrong. There's one guy open. I think the throw is to Claypool here. But there's nothing that tells me that he should make that throw to Claypool.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got
what? J-Rob, any elite level quarterback is making those throws. They're making those throws.
I don't think he has the confidence in that guy to make that throw. I'm not even going bullshit. I don't even feel like he got the confidence.
Kirk Cousins is making these throws. Like we talking about, bro.
Yeah, but Kirk Cousins is also throwing a red zone interception to lose you a game. So let's.
But I'm saying,
hold on, we're gonna get into this. Hold on, because we got to finish this. What was the point of drafting Levis then? I don't know. I guess
in practice.
I just they needed something.
We got 4 minutes. The last thing is Thursday night football. For the last guys, Manny, Grant, random in order. We'll just go predictions for the game. Quick, Manny, you can start it off. Prediction for tonight game.
Damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the Eagles winning in a close one, but I think it's gonna be close. I think Minnesota's gonna come out because I'm not gonna lie to you. The Eagles defense, it really didn't convince me. I mean, you saw what Bill O'Brien and the Patriots did to his defense, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
Belichick, man, that's maybe the best defensive mind in football history.
Man, I can't believe a Texas fan giving predictions on the game. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Oh, coming from the Herbert and Saints Glazer, okay, bro.
More shots.
But I got the Eagles in a close one, probably by 3. I'm gonna say 27-24.
Okay.
I think, the only 2 words, primetime Kirk. I don't think it's going to go well because he struggled in primetime. I just think it's a difficult challenge, and plus it's in Philadelphia, so I have a hard time thinking the Eagles are going to drop this one. I think it's I'll say 31-14 Eagles in a shutout. I think they're going to really play well, and I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a high passing yard game tonight.
Kirk Cousins strikes again. Maybe they strike first early to kind of lull us, but the Eagles beat them 31-10. It's not even close. It's not even close.
It's a blowout?
It's a blowout.
I don't know about that, man. I'm not. That Eagles defense a little bit shaky, man. It's a little bit.
They figured out. The Patriots couldn't even block Jalen Carter. They couldn't.
I don't know.
The Eagles couldn't. The Eagles couldn't even. Hold on. The Eagles couldn't even run the ball effectively against that Patriots.
You're talking about Bill Belichick.
I'm gonna say this. The way that the Eagles was playing with their food against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, bro, and allow Matt Jones to sit in the pocket and literally pick apart their defense, particularly in the second half of the goddamn game. This is going to be a close game, ladies and gentlemen, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro. Kirk Cousins is going to eat on that secondary as well, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this shit. I got the goddamn Vikings itching this one out in an upset.
Really?
I got the Vikings winning this shit 27-23, ladies and gentlemen.
If the wide receivers are dependent position, I do not say Diggs made. I never said. I hate arguing. Hold on. Let me just wait. Shut up real quick, bro. My bad. I gotta read these super chats.
No, you're good.
Just get this out of the way. I gotta read these. No, you good. I gotta read these super chats. I just hate when y'all tell me like every football player knows, even wide receivers will tell you that their job is dependent. I'm not gonna fucking go out here and keep proving this shit to you. If you say we call Diggs making Allen, yes, because he had a combo receiver and he threw it in the football. But what is Diggs doing? What did Diggs do in that playoff game? What did Diggs do last night against the Jets? Not much. He had a touchdown, but I'm saying that he probably didn't have the most dominant game because the quarterback got to get him the pill. So at the end of the day, a guy like Diggs can still have a 50-yard game because of quarterback play. Garrett Wilson, yes, he scored a touchdown. He had 5 catches for 36 yards. So stop it. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
I don't know how else we can explain.
I just hate that logic.
Like, Demaryius Thomas was out there playing with, for Demaryius Thomas, we got Manning. He was out there playing with Tim Tebow. Like, come on. Like, let's be real. Like, come on. Use your heads, bro. It's dependent. Plumber,
let me get my prediction.
Quick.
As a 20-year Vikings fan, I got us winning close. I love what Brian Flores has done last week. The defensive schemes he's throwing up. Jordan Addison looks like he's going to be a star, man. I got us winning. It's going to be a low-scoring game.
Give me a score.
Low scoring?
Give me a score. Hurry up. Give me a score. We got to go. We had the 12.
2017.
Shonen, what's your score? And
all right, I'm with Mookie here. Vikings close game. Kirk Cousins gonna pull it out. He's gonna debunk all those narratives. And
if he smart man.
You can't debunk a narrative of one game.
If he gets blown out, by the Eagles, that's strike 2. If he hits strike 3, I'm ditching Kirk Cousins.
You done? Thank you.
We're gonna need to start with him when that happens, J-Rob.
So my prediction for the game, and before Trent, did you give your prediction?
Nah.
Go ahead.
Even though I think the Vikings, like Jets is gonna get back on Darius Slade, I got like mad offensive linemen out, and that D line is about to eat. So I'm gonna take, I'm gonna take the Eagles 24-7. Do not let Kirk Cousins go crazy.
7?
Did you pray today if he come out? If he really
7, my nigga, 7.
He can get 7 or 14. But that Eagles defense can. Y'all O-line is half your O-line is out.
I know 3 are out.
I'm going out there, and I'm listening. Primetime Kirk Cousins is going to do what primetime Kirk Cousins do. He's going to throw a pick like he did late game. I know y'all love. He had great numbers.
I think Jett is going to fry.
But costly mistakes is what he does best. And I don't care if he threw for 300 yards. They lost the game because he makes costly mistakes. And at the end of the day, I'm going to take the Eagles at home 24-10. And I think Slade is going to travel with Jettas because that's what I would do. I would not let Bradbury. But I'd rather put Bradbury on Addison and leave Slade to deal with Jettas.
Let's go,
I'm not being nasty. Kirk Cousins is bad in prime time.
He is bad. He's 2-16.
Bro, they're gonna make a documentary on how bad he is in prime time.
Just build the Minnesota defense.
Come on, you guys.
And I don't think that Minnesota run game is gonna handle with the.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about the run game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they're gonna be all right. So I'm
gonna got bootleg Dalvin Cook.
But with that being said, chat, we out of here. We gonna highlight y'all.
I gotta run. See y'all later.
Yes, Sirski. Yeah, go Birds.